So, mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 3 4. Mic check 1 2 3 4. Come on, load up. Mic check 1 2. There it is. There it is. Let me turn that down. Let me find the Eagles game here. That way I got something to kind of turn and look at. I apologize. I should have had this already done, but some I mean, you got there's a bunch of moist ass fruit booties on the internet. I mean, on Twitter. They're still talking about true 4K and what it means and what it doesn't mean and all that kind of stuff. I mean, these guys are just out of pocket at this point. But shout out to everybody here. Shout out to everybody in the chat that will be here later on. Definitely share the video. Hit that like button, please. Donate a like if you don't mind. Let me go ahead and I don't know if that's going to work or not. So yeah, donate a like if you don't mind. And there's that. Now let me go ahead and get that working correctly. But what is going on? What is happening, people? What is going on? Definitely here chilling out. It's Sunday. Got to work as this is my last Sunday with my schedule that I've had for the last 2 years. Is I'll be I'm hemmed up for the next Monday, Tuesday, and Friday coming up. I got to get rid of this calendar. I still have December's calendar up here. So let me go ahead and get that out of the way. But all right then, guys, let me kind of kick back here. All right, there we go. But yeah, certainly hope you're having a good Sunday. Certainly hope that your favorite team's winning. I just saw Minnesota. They beat New Orleans. You know, they did beat New Orleans for the wild card. Another wild card game going into overtime, and you know, they're the first wild card team to win, and the Eagles are about to play the Seahawks, so that ought to be a good one. But yeah, I wanted to bring a little more info to you. Wanted to talk to you about the PS-5 a little bit here, and one of the things that's been confirmed is the SPATIAL sound. Also going to take a look at the new AMD 5500 XT, which is their newer chip versus the 580. This one I need to go ahead and see them matched up head to head, and to see which one is doing better. We'll take a look at that. Also going to talk about a rumor about the Incredible Hulk and Namor allegedly being back at Marvel. Allegedly being back at Marvel. And then the Star Wars movie, we'll take a look at that. It apparently is a hit 900 million. And it's won the weekend again, so that's 3 weeks, and it will probably win it again next week. But it's tracking to do right at $1 billion, maybe like $1.2 billion. It may make the same amount as Rogue One did. Rogue One, again, one of my top Star Wars movies in order is Empire Strikes Back, Rogue One, Revenge of the Sith. Then this movie, then this Rise of Skywalker, okay? Then A New Hope, all right? Then Jedi. Then I like that Attack of the Clones, The Last Jedi, episode 1, The Phantom Menace, and then Solo. I think that's all of them. Let me think here. The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens, I would put that. See, I got The Force Awakens a little bit behind The Last Jedi. I really did like The Last Jedi. So it introduced a lot of new themes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. But anyway, all right. So let's keep it going here. Shout out to everybody that's here. Hit that like button, people. I know a lot of people are watching Next Gen, so we'll just keep it moving over here. Shout out to Sick Humor. He did a podcast late last night, and So yeah, about those ridiculous bad specs that were just horrible. They were just horrible, you know, about the line that the Xbox community is doing. And again, everything I do is sourced. I'm staying away from the, you know, I try to stay away from, yeah, Star Wars. It prints money. It's yeah. So I give you everything that's sourced now. And you know, anything that's is sick humor, observe something. And also shout out to JTech TV because he's on, because both of them observe something. When they are putting stuff out, and then when you ask them, when you physically ask them about confirmation or a link to a source, which is something that everybody should be doing, they say, oh, you're damage controlling. Oh, you're a hater. You're butthurt. It's like, no, asking you for confirmation isn't making somebody a hater. It's literally asking you for confirmation. So if you and I think JTech and them called GameStop, and he made a good point, a good observation. I'll just put it like that. How in the world does Dealer Gaming, Colt Eastwood, and D Batch know the specs of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, but neither company has officially announced anything? Okay, so how do those guys know about it? So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. What's your ballpark in terms of specs? Look, it's already been confirmed what the PlayStation 5 can do. You talking about the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox? You know, what's up, Big Cloud? What's happening? Big shout out to Big Cloud. I don't know where my robot is at this point. What's it called? The Nightbot. Somebody needs to say something that needs to get that needs to get banned, and I need to see if the Nightbot is working. So yeah. But great job by Big Cloud. He did a good one-on-one with the Mooch the other day. I think it was Friday. Was that Friday night or was it yesterday? But everybody go check that out. I should have linked that. I do apologize. Everybody hit that like button, man. According to this thing, I need 2 more people to watch, and then I'll have one of the biggest watch. Oh, hit 100. Oh my God. Now I don't know if that's true or not. So hit that like button, you lazy Fs. So yeah, I'll talk about spatial sound. I'm for the PS-5 and how it's supposed to work. Make sure it's a moderator. It's supposed to be a moderator. So I need somebody to say something bad, you know. So I don't want to go back in. Yeah, but everybody go check out BitCloud's thing. So also BitCloud, I'm getting a lot of questions on where Foxy is. Aha! There's the Nightbot. It struck. There it is. There he is. All right. Yeah, the Nightbot is on fire. Okay, the Nightbot is like the honey badger. It don't give a damn. So I think it was here the other day. You know, I think Nightbot came the other day. Now, I have no idea how to make it do an ad. There's something I have to go in there and do. But a shout out to the Nightbot. It is brutal. It is efficient. You know, and I like this thing. I mean, I like it. I like this Nightbot thing. What's up, the one and only Ghost? The one and only Ghost has made a couple of appearances. Hopefully, I'm off of his bad list. You know, I thought you got mad at me, the one and only Ghost. But shout out to the one and only Ghost whose avatar is the best avatar. It's even cooler than Nightbot. So, but yeah, I can't believe that the Nightbot is here. Shout out to the Nightbot. I have no idea how to turn it off now, so it's here for good. The Nightbot is here to stay. You all can't stop it. You all can't. It is unstoppable. Let's go ahead and put that in right now. We're just going to let everybody know that, let's see here. Let's create a banner. Nightbot is I think I spelled that right. So there's that. There's that. There we go. Everybody needs to know that. So the Nightbot is unstoppable. and you all can't handle the Nightbot. So you all need to understand that and embrace yourself for 2020 of the Nightbot. So it should pop up there on the screen eventually that the Nightbot has arrived, and because it's on my screen. Let's see here. Oh, there it is. It finally popped up there. Man, this thing's almost like 10 seconds behind. Yes, perfectly balanced is all things should be. The Nightbot is not the Canadian con man. Okay, the Nightbot is unstoppable. So it just is what it is. So, but what is going on, people? What is happening? And then the Canadian con man helped me out yesterday. It helped me out. So it is what it is. What's up to everybody in the chat? 130 people. It says that are here, but I only have 11 likes, so you all are just terrible. So either the like button is wrong or this counter is wrong, which is probably the counter being wrong. But shout out to everybody that's here. But let's get it going here, people. Okay, so Star Wars hits $900 million. Okay, Star Wars hits $900 million. So all these people that were going around, I'm talking about these incels that were going around saying it was a boycott, that they were going to take Disney down, and how dare you treat white men like this? Well, I mean, obviously your boycott is horrible. I mean, your boycott is trash. Okay, I mean, the movie is still making money, so I don't know how your boycott does these things. So yeah, don't lose the interns. Yeah, so yeah, hit the like button, people, please. So these incels talking about this, I don't understand what they were going for. This is the worst boycott ever since black women boycotted Black Panther, and it still made over $1 billion. I mean, these are the worst boycotts. I mean, whoever's organizing your boycotts, you got to get the Nightbot to do it. I think Nightbot should be in charge of all boycotts from now on. Yeah, Antonio, 900 million in 3 weeks. Well, however long it's been out. Has it been 3 weeks? I think it's been out for 3 weeks. So it's only been 3 weeks. It is at 900 million. Also, the boycott's doing so well that Frozen 2, which is another Disney property, Frozen 2, they just announced today or earlier today that Frozen 2 is the biggest animated movie of ever. Okay, ever. So, I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. That's from Disney, but I think it's hilarious. Oh, the one only ghost said you're working. All right, then, brother. I mean, hey, I understand that. I understand that. Lansville, Paul, what's happening? Yeah, you all don't need to say anything on, or else that Nightbot to get you. I don't know what it does to people once it zaps you. For all I know, it's unstoppable. I mean, I don't know, but oh yeah, BitCloud, I am having some issues with my OBS StreamYard. It's dropping sound. It's dropping audio, and it's telling me that some things are streaming to the encoder or something like that. I'll have to get up with you a little bit later on this week. So, so you had something. Oh, yeah. I mean, again, Sam Ash. The boycott was terrible, but they were boycotting Michael B. Jordan because he allegedly went to Italy or France, or he went somewhere, and he was in a club because he was on vacation, for crying out loud. Michael B. Jordan's the one that played Eric Killmonger. He went up, there were people coming up to him taking pictures, and he was dancing, and they got mad at him because he was dancing with some non-black women, because there's all these black people in Italy, or in Rome where he was. I mean, I've never been to Rome before. I've never been. Let me make that clear. But I don't know if there's a whole lot of black folks in Rome. So, they were literally saying that Michael B. Jordan should have flown black women in there with him to hang out with him. The man's on vacation. He don't want to be bothered with nobody. So, but yeah, I'm just saying that the boycott has failed. They call themselves the Fandom Menace, and they're a bunch of phantom failures. Okay, so they're a failed group of people. I mean, this trash, garbage. Like when you see them, they look like that guy that goes downstairs. And that's the guy that goes downstairs in his mama's basement. Literally, this is that guy, and doesn't come out. I mean, he doesn't come out. They got their hairlines are all receding, and they're mad because women don't want them. And they were mad at Disney, and they're mad because Kevin Feige. We'll move to the next story about the Hulk here. Kevin Feige, who runs Marvel Studios over there, said, "Hey, they're going to have diverse characters, and they don't give a damn what people think. They're just going. People don't have to go see the movies. I mean, everybody's going to go see their movies. So I'm going to be. I mean, when Thor: Love and Thunder, which is going to start filming in August, that's my birthday. So you all better start getting the super chat ready for my birthday in August. What's up, Don? What's going on, PlayStation Plus podcast? Shout out to Sick Humor. Sick, if you want on, let me know, brother. I'll drop that link in that little thingy. So Sick Humor up last night. Just classic podcast. Like, I didn't know Sick was on that late. I figured, I didn't know what he was doing. But Sick, man, those specs. And if you all saw my podcast yesterday with those horrible fake specs that this guy gave to me, saying, well, this is the Xbox spec. And like Sick said, I'm sure Sick has showed that on his screen. His 2080 Ti would have just shut down. It's like my computer won't play Crackdown 3 anymore. I mean, I tried to upload Crackdown 3 about a month ago, and my computer printed a message that said, nigga. That's all it said. It was on my screen. It was right there on my screen. It wouldn't even show it. So, so my computer won't play Crackdown. So I don't know about BitCloud's computer, because he's got a 1070. And I'm sure that the NVIDIA stuff will play Crackdown, but the AMD stuff won't play Crackdown. I mean, my computer won't play Crackdown. So, all right, we'll get Sick Humor on here. Now, let me see if I can remember how to do this. Oh, yeah, here we go. I need to copy that, make that a little bit small. So then I had to go to the Twitter machine where there's some other moist monkey simp going nuts. I mean, Sick, that thing you said last night about the I'm going to drop it in the PPP one, Sick. So it's there. If anybody wants to jump on, it's in there. And I can hold up to 6 people in here, just FYI for everybody. So, but there is somebody online right now on Twitter mad that Sony talked about 1080p making you a better gamer. I shit you all not. I mean, seriously, he was on there mad as hell over something that that was said in jest. I thought, like, I didn't even know Sony had said that. So yeah, 1070 Ti. Yeah. Well, is there a huge difference in the 1070 and the 1080? I mean, I don't know. But, like I said, if giving my information, giving your information about it. Oh, okay. Well, I hope it helped. Yeah, I know, Don. That dentist is no joke. It is no joke. So, yeah, my computer it won't play that stuff. So, what's up, Jemiah Dixon? If you want to jump on, I dropped the link in the PPP thing. So I need to go over here to see if anybody is backstage. That's what it's called. When you come into the StreamYard, it'll say you are backstage. So there we go. Sit, you there? Let's see here. His mic's not muted. So, Selmash, no, they said it 5 years ago, roughly. The 1080p is a better game. Oh, you there, Sick? I heard you crackle. So, but apparently they're mad about this. This has pissed them off to no end. So Sick was right about that. And I kind of chuckled when he said it last night, but to actually see this happening in real time now. Oh, shoot. You all right?
Yo, can you hear me? My bad. I'm still trying to get over this cold. Oh. So, yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I know the feeling, man. Don't feel I got you.
Shit. Let me know if I'm coming through good or not.
Yeah,
Am I
man,
breaking up?
No, not yet. Not yet.
All right, because for some reason, I don't know if it's Discord or what, but from Discord, man, shit just been kind of wonky as fuck. But how's it going, Craig? How's it going?
It's going good, brother. Happy New Year to you. I haven't been able to say it officially to you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Happy New Year's, my brother. I did catch your stream prior to me going live. I went live at like 1 a.m, dog. It was
that. Yes, I
yeah,
was on the phone this morning. I'm like, damn, this says 1 a.m.
Nah, because you know why? Because I be doing so much stuff during the day because I've been off for the last couple of days. You know what I'm saying? I don't go back until Tuesday. So I was like, man, I'm just finna game. I'm not gonna really, do too many podcasts or anything like that. So I just been going live at like, 1 a.m, because that's usually around the time I get off anyway. So I do my podcast around that time anyhow. But shout out to you. Congratulations, my brother. I see the acceleration, the improvement. You're not going unknown. But no, I was listening to your podcast while I was playing Far Cry 5, which, by the way, that shit is trash.
Oh yeah,
that shit is garbage juice, my guy.
And which one? DLC?
The one where you just started. Nah, you was just snapping on some dude named Ghostmerk.
I think man, that dude went full retard.
No, it was funny because it seemed really out of character for you, though, because I've never seen you let somebody truly get you upset. And I felt like you were truly upset when you was talking about that dude. I was like, what is going on?
They're lying. They're lying. I mean, but I understand why. And shout out to you and J-Tech TV this afternoon. He's like, look, when you ask these cats for some type of confirmation or some type of link, which is how this it started. They said that the Xbox X was more powerful. And I said, oh, well, can you show a link to confirm that? Because, Microsoft hasn't said anything official. But if they have, it is breaking news, And he went on and he immediately comes back to, well, why are you damage controlling it? I'm like, I can't damage control it. You haven't sent the link. I said, send me an official link of what Microsoft says their console is going to be, the RAM, the bandwidth, all, because, nothing's been said yet. Now, who knows? Maybe something gets said this week. I mean, I'm not, but he couldn't do that. So I'm just like, man, you're just pulling this shit up out of your ass, and they all are doing it to create misinformation, not for guys like you and me and the whales. I mean, the whales are the people that are going to go buy whatever system, okay? We know what the systems are capable of. It's for the casual consumer to walk into the store and say, well, I'm not sure what the PlayStation can do, so I'm going to go buy an Xbox.
Right.
That's why you see online, and you've seen it, you commented about it, they're talking about what games PlayStation is going to have at launch. We still got games coming out like Final Fantasy, the baseball game, if you want to play it, Ghost of Tsushima.
Bro, like I said, Craig, this generation for them is already over. They're trying to get away from this shit as quick as possible. They don't care about the whole entire 2020. They care about what, November, December? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, whatever.
Come on, bro.
Out. Yeah. Yeah,
they're waiting 10 months for a game for Halo. That's all you got to look forward to in 10 months.
Yeah, I guess. In Halo, the Master Chief Collection, and went to PC, and they were talking about how all these people are playing it. It's like, this shit is 10 years old.
Nah,
PC, I don't get it. The only thing that you should be bragging about, you got this old, is like brandy or whiskey, that's been distilled for umpteen years. But I've never seen anything like it before. But you got to understand that they truly do believe that there was media bias against Microsoft, and that this is the reason why Microsoft didn't get the foot out the door. And so now they're creating all this misinformation to do the exact same thing. Dude, I hemmed Jack Reacher himself up yesterday. I said, what are the 9.2 teraflops in Navi? Navi compared to GCN, because he's supposed to be a tech person. I already knew what the answer was, but he couldn't give me the answer. Well, there is no conversion. I said, then why did you just say Navi is 40%, performing 40% better than VCN if there's no conversion. And then, then he stopped tweeting. So it's just.
But
yeah, I don't know why these dudes talk about these specs like it matters.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, when I took a look at the specs, because I looked at both of them, it wasn't just the PlayStation 5. They had a write-up for the Xbox Series X too.
Yeah,
and it was all just goofy shit, dog. I was like, so here's the thing, right? And this goes for the PC people, the people who actually have PCs, who have built PCs and things like that. Why in the fuck is Sony gonna move up to GDDR6, right? But then still deal with the same data rate transfer as the PS4?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, but these are subtle things that when I read the sheet, I was like, yo, are these niggas morons or what? So I'm going to get improved RAM, right? I'm going to get a solid state drive. Now, keep in mind, your computer has to be able to keep up with all of this shit, right?
Right.
Your CPU has to be able to keep up with all of this stuff, right? But what they're trying to tell you is not only that, they said that the PlayStation is going to have 16 gigabytes of RAM. Now, this is funny because they say only 8 is going to be used for games. You can't make this shit up. So what is the other 8 going to be used for? They just going to put 8 other gigs of RAM in there that's just going to sit and do nothing.
Well, let me guess. The Xbox one that was fake as hell, it was going to have more dedicated to gaming, so the games would look better.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Come on, fam.
This shit is silly as hell at this point.
Well, let me.
I wish I was making this up. I wish it was a joke. Now, the other thing that really stuck out to me, though, looking at the spec sheet, is that PS5 is gonna have DX12. I said, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like this, enough is enough, dog. Enough is enough, bro. Like, what are we doing right now, dog? Like,
why do you think they're doing it? Why do you think they're doing it? I mean, I've got my own hypothesis, but why do you think they're doing it?
I don't know, bro. I can't begin to tell you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why any of this shit is the way it is, to be honest with you, Greg. I don't understand why we going into a year that's packed with games, but all the fuck we talking about is hardware.
No, but they've been talking hardware since 2016 or 2016.
Right.
Yeah, they've been talking. Yeah, they've been talking hardware. They've not talking about hardware.
But like I said, though, you have literally about 10 months until you can touch that hardware. What are you gonna do until then? What's going on here? Like, dudes act like 2020 is all about the launches of these 2 systems that are coming out at the end of the year.
Yeah, well, to me, it's not.
There's so many games coming out still between that time.
I mean, there's people. I'm not going to buy Cyberpunk, but there's people that are going to go buy it. I am going to, Final Fantasy, because I've never played Final Fantasy 7. I play the other ones, not 7. I beat and played 8, 9, and 10, and 10 too. Back when I was just a wee little guy. But I don't get it. Why not talk about that Ori game or talk about, that's going to be on the Switch? Is it going to be on the Switch?
Man, they don't care about Ori or Battletoads.
Yeah, Battletoads. Yeah,
I think Bleeding Edge is supposed to come out this year too, right?
What? Yeah, supposed to. You talking about Battletoads?
No, Bleeding Edge, Battletoads, Ori. You don't hear shit about that, but you hear about fucking 16 gigabytes of GDR6 on the yo, come on, man. Like that's the fucking 2080 Ti has 11 gigabytes of GDR6. You told me that the Xbox Series X is gonna have 16.
Well, that's what they're saying. I mean, that's what they're saying.
No, but it gets even better though, Craig. It gets even better. No, it gets even better. What is the price point of all of this? Because we're talking about all of these specs, and it sounds wonderful when you talk about it. Seriously does. All the variable refresh rates, all of the dynamic resolutions, and all of the fancy new tech that's going into it, right? But the one thing that people is not talking about is price, right? Correct. So if we're going to speak about price, right? They're comparing the fucking Xbox Series X to the 5900 XT, something that hadn't even been introduced by AMD.
Correct.
Something that has not even been introduced by AMD. This card is going to drop for consumer purchasing of around like $500-$600, maybe more. Now, when you break that down, right, and then you sell it wholesale, right? How much do they think these chips are going to run? The GPU alone is going to be like $300.
Jeez. That means I won't be.
And that's buying a wholesale, but that's buying I'm talking about buying multiple millions of units. And that doesn't even get into how much the RAM is going to cost. That doesn't get into how much the actual manufacturing of the unit. It doesn't get into any of that shit. So how much do we expect these? Because apparently these consoles aren't going to be outdated. They're going to have the latest AMD tech in them.
Which, okay, the only thing that they don't have out right now is a form of ray tracing, which they're going to have a form of it. So is that what they're calling the latest AMD tech? I mean,
here's the crazy part about that too, Craig. What really trips me out about that is we have not seen AMD do ray tracing at all, period, whatsoever.
Correct.
What are the expectations for AMD's version of ray tracing?
I don't know. That's the thing. Here's what they say.
Think about it, Craig. Real quick, I'd love to cut you off though, but like the 2080 Ti, right? It's the top of the line ray tracing card. That shit's like $1,200 MSRP, right?
It is?
Yes.
Damn.
That shit was going for like $1,500. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking that AMD is gonna come up with a fucking APU that does a similar standard of ray tracing.
One second, Jemai, 1 second. 195 motherfucking people in this bitch. Y'all better hit that motherfucking like button.
I don't think
the fuck is wrong with you niggas.
It's like 150 fucking Xbox niggas in here.
I mean, I don't. That number can't be real. I mean, I saw it at 31. And
I'm looking at it, and then it's like kind of bouncing all over the place. But I'm like, yo,
it's dynamic. I have dynamic subs, like dynamic resolution. So what this is?
Yo.
Like those numbers on I mean I did not realize that car was I knew it was expensive because I know, shout out to J-Dub, he bought two of them and he dropped a pretty penny, but I thought maybe if he bought two, maybe because if I walked in, shout out to J-Dub, I had to get him on the podcast.
The price just went down.
Yeah, well, what is it now?
It's like $1,200 right now.
Oh shit,
that shit was like $14.50.
Well, how much? All right, so what does it do that the 2070 doesn't do? Same company. What does it do that the 2070 doesn't do?
It has more.
It performs better.
Yeah, it performs better on every aspect.
Like better FPS, because I heard when you turn ray tracing on, it's beautiful way it looks, and they showed that during the Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which looks stunning with the ray tracing on. But the frames drop down to like 5, like PUBG on Xbox.
It depends on the games. Like I use ray tracing in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Like it doesn't turn your fucking shit into a slideshow, but it's not like
okay.
It's not amazing.
I'll shout out to Jemiah Dixon.
When you use deep learning super sampling, it makes it a lot better, but it also, I think, to me, it makes it rounder. It makes it more like less sharp. So I'm not too into that.
Well, I saw it. Yeah, look, when I saw it, it blew me away. When I first saw that stuff running when they had that conference, was it at CES a couple of years ago when they unveiled it? Where were they at when they unveiled it? Well, anyway, when I saw it, they had it on Battlefield. Was it, I guess, Battlefield 1 or 5? It was one of the battlefields, and they showed that fire, and then they showed it with ray tracing on. You could almost feel the heat. You know, you could look
like in Control, the ray tracing. If you turn it on, it doesn't render at 4K. It puts out like a lesser image, and then it upscales it to 4K.
Right.
So it's weird. Like I don't. Like, it's so sick. Like the card needs to be more powerful for it to fully. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna need to have like 16 plus gigabytes of GDR6, and is gonna need to have a whole fucking bunch of ray tracing cores in the 7 nanometer and all that nonsense. So we'll see what they have to do. CES is Monday,
but IO and not was it IO and Ubi? Those devs have come out and have confirmed that they're going to have Hollywood like effect. Like when they said that, when Mark Cerny said that in April, I'm like, oh, the Hollywood stuff is like they're using in the Avengers and stuff like that. And if you watch, you don't have to watch Infinity War. Just watch the first 7 minutes when Thanos attacks that ship. Look at the ray tracing with those Infinity Stones on him. You know, he'll turn his glove to the screen, and those Infinity Stones glow, and you see the perfect way they reflect the light. I'm like, damn, that's damn good ray tracing. So that's what I'm expecting. I'm not gonna lie, something at that level, which is good, but it's kind of like great for the movies. I don't know how it's gonna translate the game.
I'm super confused right now. I'm super fucking confused. I could have sworn I just saw like 195 people in this bitch, and I'm looking at it now. It says like 49.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck is going on with YouTube right now. This shit is bugging the fuck out, dog. Yeah, and it's weird because I don't usually pay attention to that shit, but when I saw like 195, I'm like, yo, god damn, that's what I'm talking about, nigga. Let's go.
It's dynamic. It's dynamic.
It's the Xbox.
That true 4K, which somebody on Twitter was just arguing with me what true 4K was. I'm like, dude, true 4K according to Microsoft includes native, checkerboarding.
4K is last year shit, bro. We talk about T-flops, Craig. Keep up, man.
Well, no. This dude,
4K is old. We talk about T-flops now.
But they clarified this 2 years ago. It's like, man,
if it's not native, it's not 4K. I don't. This as simple as that, bro. There's no dynamic true K for nonsense. It's 4K or not 4K.
I don't disagree, but I agree. It's either native or not. He was like, well, checkerboarded is not 4K. I said, well, you're right. It's not native 4K, but it's true 4K. Look, even Microsoft, they put out this statement to clarify all this. And he was like, well, I don't care. I'm like, well, it doesn't, you can speak what you know or know what you speak.
Dynamic can go from 1 pixel to fucking 24K. Like, we're not doing that, bro. Like,
you
or not.
You know what happened? They played it smart. They created a term that embodied what they knew the actual Xbox was going to be capable of, and it was used to confuse these idiots.
Yeah.
So you had people running around here talking about true 4K this, true 4K that, and you know what's so crazy about it? The people who think that they're making fun of it, they're actually spreading the word even farther with the whole narrative. They help push the narrative of true 4K. I asked people what the fuck is true 4K. They was like, oh well, that's 4K, and I'm just like, okay, well, where's the definition of this bitch? Like, where did you hear this? Well, this is what Xbox said. Nigga, Xbox was able to control the narrative completely with that moronic shit.
Yeah. And they're doing it now. I mean, it's like, I can't believe when I asked, and shout out to JTech TV because he mentioned this too, and he was 100% right. The fact that they are saying things and you're asking for confirmation is they're saying by you asking, what's up, Jiho? By you asking for confirmation, you are a hater. You're butthurt. I mean, that's crazy at this point. This is this guy. It's like if somebody said the car costs $4,800 and it says it on the website, you're gonna call the make sure. That way they're not just saying, oh, we had that here, but we sold it already, like they do all the time. So I've never seen anything like this before. I just think why do you think, let me ask you all this. Why do you think they're so quiet today? Because they're real quiet today.
They didn't get any, you know what it is? They didn't get any more information from their super secret insiders.
Oh, you saw that thing I posted right with that little mock-up they had when niggas put like 350 millimeter. Like, yo, what are y'all even doing over here, bro? Like, stop it. Like, y'all can't even do a mock-up, right? Like, you gotta mix some shit up. At least put the time and effort into it.
Well, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that chipset one just happened to be green, I guess, to represent the Xbox.
Bro, it's retarded. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, now Jack EMD, he is saying that they say Xbox will have RDNA too. So I mean, I have no idea where this stuff's coming from. So
here's the weird part about all of this. It's like we lose sight of what's real, right? People try to put, their spin and their perception on what they think something is going to be. You have to realize the shit that's in these consoles are not the same thing that are in these cards. They have custom variations of these chipsets that they're putting inside of these, and their APUs, they are CPU and GPUs combined, my nigga, and they have shared memory. So it's just so much stuff, man. I'm just I don't understand how we got to this point, though. I don't understand how we got to the point of talking about hardware is more important than the actual games that are coming out. Like I don't like, we got so many games coming out, as you mentioned before, Craig. We got Final Fantasy 7, we got the Marvel Avengers game, we got Cyberpunk, we got The Last of Us 2, we got Ghost of Tsushima, we got freaking Neo 2, dude, we got Resident Evil 3, bruh, we got Bloodlines 2, and I'm gonna give you that one, Jemiah, because I seen Bloodlines, but we got Bloodlines too, right? We got so many games to be talking about, and these niggas are talking about hardware that's supposed to be in consoles that they won't get until the end of 2020, if they even get them.
Yeah,
if they even get them.
Well, it just seems like, I kind of think Jemiah may be on to something when he says that they just want this generation to be over, so they're just willing to. They're talking about next generation already. And didn't they? I swear to God, I promise you, some of these clowns were swearing up and down that I was afraid of the Xbox and the beast was coming, and all this stuff, and it's here. It did not deliver for them. I mean, did X not give it to you? Bro, how are you gonna have Red Dead Redemption 2 brag about it, and then it turns out it has lower than low graphics? How is that lower than low?
I
mean, how did that happen,
bro? They're going from the most powerful console now to the next most powerful console. Isn't that like a lateral move? You know what I mean? Like you already have the power advantage right now. Like what more do these niggas want? Like the same shit, but yet they have no game. There's no games to speak of. And yet niggas use Hellblade as a launch title for some reason. Like Hellblade became a launch title, even though Phil said it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get this shit. Like, these games that you're dreaming about are far off at best.
I just thought it all was funny, man. Look. Y'all can say what y'all want, man. Look, I just thought when the Xbox first came out, them niggas was talking about Forza until Gran Turismo Sport came and stomped it the fuck out. It stomped it into nobody giving a fuck about Forza anymore. Like that's how beat up these niggas were, because they don't care about y'all. What y'all don't understand is they don't care about the games. All they want is for Xbox to have the perception that it's the best place to play. That's all they give a fuck about. They don't care about none of these games. Do y'all realize they said the reason why they wouldn't go out and buy freaking consoles and why they wasn't buying games is because 1080p. Cheetah made them not want the Xbox that they bought. Like, I don't understand. And any of this shit makes sense. And I tried to make sense of it, right? I was like, you know what? Man, look, man, they once they get this Xbox, man, this Xbox One X is gonna change things for them. It ain't change a fucking thing. It ain't change one single thing, because they don't care about the games. They care about how you perceive the box. They care about how you perceive the company. They don't care about any of the fundamentals of warming in the first place. And that's sad.
I really think that they're concerned that the Series X won't be as powerful. Only because, and
why?
I don't know, because see, to me, it does contradict them chubbing themselves up about who they bought, about the studios they bought. So it's like either you're excited about the studios and the power doesn't matter because the studios are going to take advantage of what you got. Talking about first party, or you care about the power because you're afraid that the first party studios are trash.
Craig,
and they won't take advantage.
Games like Wasteland 3, I'm a fan of those type of games. But niggas are trying to pump those games up to be like Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima contenders, contemporaries. Like, these games are not in the same league as these Sony exclusives. Like, let's be honest. Like, you know what I mean?
But no, forget all of that. Forget all of that. To the matter, if you're in this shit for gaming, dog, why does any of that shit matter, bro? Look, first of all, we all have to admit the fucking Switch debunked any of that context that these niggas have been spewing, because it came out the same year as the Xbox One X. It was the weakest thing out, and now this shit has outsold literally the Xbox later. Well, like 2 years later.
They will say that, well, what about the Wii U failed? I think that's what they were saying yesterday.
What about the Wii U?
They said the Wii U failed. And I'm like, wow.
But it fell because of Nintendo, Craig. It didn't fail because of another company.
No. You're right. But this is what they said. I said the Nintendo Switch buries your whole again, look, I've heard post up on multiple podcasts say, quote, and I'm gonna quote him, if Xbox loses the power crown or power narrative, it's DOA, because they have nothing to market. It's
DOA anyway. They have Halo Infinite. I know, they have Hellblade.
Look. So he proved the point then, Craig. He proved the point. Don't give a fuck about the console. They don't give a fuck about the games. They give a fuck perceive the company, dog.
Yeah.
They give a fuck about perception.
Yeah, because they were on there talking about, well, Xbox doesn't even have a dev kit. I'm like, yeah, it does. Yes, they do. And they know what Sony has underneath their hood. And there's a reason why Phil Spencer walked out there in 2016 at E3 and said, you will be gaming on the world's most powerful console in the world, versus saying you will be gaming on the world's most powerful Xbox in the world. That's what he said. He said, this will be our fastest, most powerful Xbox ever made. I mean, so I would
hope so. Like, that's the stupidest shit to ever say.
I know. I know. That's what he said. I'm like, guys, that's what he said. I don't read any more into it than that. You know, so it's just it's crazy at this point. It's just,
the nigga, I tell you what though, I definitely tip my hat off to Phil, man. This nigga is fucking masterful. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
This nigga show a fucking picture with some fucking bullshit overlays of old games are Forza, Halo and shit, some old ass games, and niggas just go wild. You know what I mean?
Like, in FIFA, FIFA, dog. You forgot that one too.
Why did you show first party games? You should have showed a glimpse of Fable, a glimpse of fucking Perfect Dark. Like, that shit would have set the internet ablaze, rightfully. Not this bullshit hype about a fucking PC tower. Like, I'm not, like, I just don't get it, bro. Like,
yeah, and people were like, I mean, look.
I hope Xbox does good next generation, man. It only going to benefit me as a PC gamer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, Pug says something about Godfall. Look, Godfall looked like trash. I mean, that's something I will not buy. But I understand.
Godfall's gonna be
excellent. Layton said they were.
I'm buying it. I ain't gonna even lie.
So,
I'm definitely getting that shit.
Yeah, if it's gonna be an Epic Store, I'll definitely buy it on PS. Nah, I gotta get PS Plus then. See.
But no, I mean, I understand Sony has said publicly over a year ago they were working on more online games, and this is one of them. Here's a third-party online only game. You know, so that's what they said they were working on. So it doesn't surprise me, but like, I don't want to play. I just don't want to do that. And plus, aren't most of these kids that are playing online, aren't they going to go fight in World War III anyway? They go over there and do something over there. You know,
I'm just not trying to play for no online though.
Well, they said that was the rumor that the U.S. Army is online recruiting people through Call of Duty. Call it in the B2 and getting one-man army.
Yeah,
until they find out that these niggas are cheating bastards that can't shoot a gun to save their fucking life.
Unlike in Call of Duty, we don't camp in the real army. You know what I mean? Like, that shit. Like,
that's what they think is going on over there. You know, so
niggas hiding out in the back, shooting, trying to snipe niggas with a fucking handgun. Like, coward ass nigga. Like, you going to the army, nigga.
Yo. They really think they gonna be able to take down the chopper with a handgun, my nigga. Like, they really think that's what happened.
Shoot the fuel tank and shit, nigga. That shit gonna start leaking. That's it. You're gonna keep going at your ass. Like,
yo, this shit gonna be wild.
That's
man,
how
ain't gonna be no war, man.
there.
Yeah, I heard he put 80 million on Trump's head, man.
Well, 80 million, that's a lot of chicken wings.
Yeah, they said that they're not trying to attack America. They only want Trump. I was like, yeah, I gotta go downstairs and handle some business real quick. And, I'll be back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, hold on.
Everybody just be like, yeah, we be back. Lead the whole US open.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I ain't even joking about shooting that orange tangerine, bro, because that shit can be considered a domestic threat, and your ass can get locked up for some shit that you actually joking about.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. They don't know to do it. Now, Lance Paul said Sony didn't say world's fastest console. Actually, Sony did say come in and it's for the world's fastest console, but they took it down. Somebody made somebody take it down.
Well, because nobody really knows until it's official.
I agree, and I think there's going to be some disappointed people tomorrow.
How can you be? Yeah, listen. How can you be disappointed with a next gen console?
No, with tomorrow with CES, I think my opinion.
AMD comes out with these weak ass cards. Yeah.
No, I think that Sony is going to show more of the spatial sound, which I am.
I forgot all about Sony going to CES. No, I want to see what AMD is showing. Fuck what Sony got to do, because Sony's not going to show anything.
Yeah.
Well, no.
In the PS-5 headset, right? Like they've already had this shit for quite some time, but they're going a step further with ray traced sound, which I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. Like I didn't even know what the fuck. Like I still don't even know what the hell to think about that. Ray traced sound.
Yeah, it just
3D audio.
Yeah, well, they have it in movie theaters. At least in my IMAX theater that I go to at Regal, they have an IMAX theater. They have a 3D audio with ray tracing in it. So it's just part of it. It's not all of it. I'm interested in that. I'm interested in seeing how that's going to translate for the gamers. Because Cerny says it should make the world more immersive. Well, if it's spatial, I agree. Because that's the way you really hear things. If we put a headset on now, if you turn your head to the left, the sound goes with you. That's not the way sound works in real life. If you're playing Days Gone and the zombies are coming from behind you, you should have a different sound pattern. The sound waves should be different than if they're coming beside you or in front of you. You should get a different way. But I know that's part of what makes Days Gone. The horde can just show up. I'm not knocking it. But you take a game like Resident Evil 2, the sound was constant because it was just part of the atmosphere. So, but can you imagine if you play Resident Evil 2, so that scene when you first get in that police station or wherever the hell you were, when you go walking through the hallway, you can hear zombies by that door on the right. As you go past that door, the sound on the right side of your ear and spatial sound should be more pronounced. It should be then that will make you look toward the door versus it just being all one big sound. So that's the way it should work. And if they can get that to work, then wow. But that's what I'm waiting to see. I've been on the fence with that because you should be able to close your eyes playing your game and get a picture in your head on where to go with the sound. You can't do that right now with any game. I don't care what kind of system you have. Even
some games do have great sound though. Like let's not pretend that you haven't been doing a good they have been doing a good faking process this whole time. Like,
but y'all do realize that spatial sound has been in PCs forever.
Yes,
it's literally a setting that's been there for the longest, and I mean nobody never really utilized it. But I guess you would have had to know what it is too, and how to find it. But it's been on PC for quite some time.
Yeah. Well, now,
hey Jack, you know what's faster than SSDs? You know what I mean? M.2 drives. Like we don't do SSD came out in 1995, bro. Like we done with that shit on PC.
Well,
have it.
Yeah,
it could be an NVMe M.2 SSD.
Nah.
I mean, but here's the thing, man. Again, I think they're going overboard with this SSD shit, dog. Because like
niggas
for real, you've been able to put an SSD in your shit forever, and you mean to tell me now Sony created some type of technology, and then also Xbox created some technology that was just far superior than what was out there now?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like I I don't know.
Bro,
To me,
Samsung
a lot of this
has-
shit just sounds like bullshit. It sounds like marketing. It sounds like marketing jargon, dog. Some shit to keep you confused because now you got niggas running around talking about SSDs, not really knowing that SSD's been around forever, my nigga. Like,
what? All right, now they did say that. Shout out to Fatal Siraj. Fatal Siraj. That's the reason why I'm able to record gameplay on OBS because he did a 3-minute tutorial versus like 25-minute tutorials on OBS, which by the way is I don't like that thing. It's nice to have, I guess, when it's working, but I don't like it. You know, it's for some reason it's not working right. So, but anyway, go ahead, Jemai.
No, I think I was sick. I wasn't saying anything.
oh, I didn't say nothing. I wasn't saying nothing either.
No,
I was just confused because again, like I just don't buy it. I don't buy it, man. Like we've been fooled. We've got the tomfoolery out of the way this generation. Why in the hell are we falling for the same thing the next generation? Like, don't get me wrong.
The fuckery has increased exponentially. You're right. It was bullshit 7 years ago. It was bullshit 2 years ago. But the fuckery will not end. I just do not understand it. But go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. I thought we was going to go into 2020 and I thought 2020 was going to change things a little bit. I thought people were going to be focused on all of the amazing games, all the titles that's coming out this year. But then come to find out, nigga, we talking about chips again. Like, fuck me. I was telling Jemiah because he heard it on the stream. These fuck niggas need to just go build a PC and call it a day, dog. Because if power means that much to you, then you need to get real power. Like, go and get true power, nigga, so you can really be up to date. The thing about that is, it's gonna cost you a lot more than what you're currently getting. So either you get what you get now, be happy and shut the fuck up, or go build the goddamn PC so you can truly have the best of the best to play these multiplayer.
Bro, these dudes go get a 2070 and start bragging. Like, get off Twitter, nigga. Like, what the hell's going on? Like, yo, don't do that. Like, you saw that PC I posted in the DM.
Right,
like that's the type of setup I want to go for. I love that.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That case itself is $250.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Are you kidding me? Like, niggas ain't ready for that type of lifestyle, nigga. Like, that's a lifestyle change. You know what I mean?
That is, yeah. That's selling something. That's selling a organ.
Niggas out there selling kidneys and shit, man. Like the way niggas talk about buying consoles for $500, you know what I mean? They be like, yo, $500, man. I ain't buying that shit. Like, what do you? Like,
was it a micro case? Or was that a case?
Xbox had to put these niggas on a payment plan for them to be able to get an Xbox, nigga. Like, this shit is getting weird, dog.
Yo, if you can't,
bro.
If you can't save $600 between now and November, you have a lot of issues. You know, you have fucking like control issues. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. This is ridiculous. Like, $600 for RTX or ray tracing, fucking 12 T-flop monster. You know, I don't get that.
Where that's coming from? I don't.
Fuck it. Because somebody said that it's gonna be double the power as the Xbox One X.
Well, based in GCN, Navi doesn't convert to GCN.
Craig, anyway, I'm going by what they told me, Craig. I'm not. Don't kill the messenger, Craig. You know what I mean?
You're right. I did see that. All right, let me answer this question. It says, do I think Sony will have their new 3D audio tech? Will be baked into the PS5? Yes, because that's been confirmed by multiple people that it's in there. That's why I'm interested in it now, showing it off at CES. That I don't know. That I hope that they show it off and we get some reports from the floor on what they were experiencing.
Didn't Sony buy that audio company a while back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I guess all this shit's coming to fruition, right? Niggas is making fun of like those little purchases, right? Like, why are you buying an audio company?
Well, because they buy those patents when they get.
Also, even though Sony has a movie and music fucking
they don't know that they literally do keep forgetting that Sony does make movies and TV shows and they
make sensors and image sensors and a number of other fucking things. But it's funny because the phone that they have in their hand has a camera sensor made by Sony. Like, that's the funny fucking part about all of this shit. But I digress, though.
VR, I'm interested in the VR because VR, AR, and VR and AR at CES are having their own press conference for like an hour or seminar. So I mean, medically, because we use like the Da Vinci and stuff like that, which is a robot to go in and do laparoscopic surgery. So I'm interested in the AR type of stuff. For the medical stuff, I'm interested in the wearable technology, the improvements. I mean, like you go work out at the gym. You put your hands on those things, you're doing cardio, and it takes your pulse and all that kind of stuff. This thing, they're going to have devices that you can wear on you that will shock you. If you go into like VTAC or AFib. So it's going to be shown at CES. Hyundai's got a flying car that they're supposed to show at CES. I mean, they're supposed to show it. So again, I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but I'm more interested in that, not how many not the bandwidth of the PS-5, because I'm still looking forward to playing that game where those two girls are kissing each other. I mean, that's more important to me, or I need to understand how that guy Cloud carries a sword that big and he don't tip over, his back don't hurt. I mean, I want to play a game like that to see what that's all about. So
it's funny though, because nobody ever questioned this. They never questioned, Sony coming out saying the same thing about SSDs, then Microsoft coming out and saying the same thing about SSDs. Nobody really questioned if Sony is the one that created some crazy new technology for SSDs, which they give you that impression that this is some custom modified thing that they've done, then how in the fuck do Microsoft have the exact same thing? But let's be real. That's not what it is at all. Listen, when you with the new line of Ryzen chips and stuff like that, remember AMD had come out with the new X570 boards to support it, and with that came PCIe 4.0.
Yeah,
and with that came NVMe slots that more than doubled the bandwidth, right? But again, you don't want to, motherfuckers, they buy into this marketing shit so quick, and nobody does any research on any of the shit that they talk about. Have y'all not heard me over the years saying, damn, I'm about to upgrade to this X570 board? Oh man, I'm about to go. Why in the fuck would I do that? There has to be a reason why you would do that, because all of the latest Ryzen chips, they work on the board that I currently have.
Right. Now you have what, a 450?
I have a 470.
All right, 470. Now if I have a 350, so if I get a SSD, will it work, or do I need to get a different board?
No, you have to get a different board, because those older boards don't have the PCIe 4.0 lanes.
Okay, good. Then that's fine. Then that's what I'll get next then. So damn it.
I mean, the great part about it is they do have like firmware updates that you can do to some of the boards that gives you some of the features, but I'm not going for that, nigga. I'll just go and buy the new board. I'm good. I'll buy the new board and we'll figure it out from there. But again, all of this stuff that y'all hearing is just marketing jargon. That's all it is. That super speed SSD that they talking about, that ain't nothing more than they more than likely working with the latest technology from AMD that actually gives them a bit of an edge and a bit of a boost. The weird part about it is NVIDIA shit still works better.
Yeah, and but
it's crazy.
NVIDIA is a little bit wary at AMD, because AMD is going to start, based on the 2020 projections, they're going to start eating into their market share. Like the same thing that happened on Intel with the CPU. Intel, that's a joke right now. Like people are like waiting for Intel to respond to what AMD has done to them.
And then you have to ask yourself, why haven't they responded?
I don't know. I thought they were working on something that they may show.
The difference is they're not going to devalue their product for the sake of trying to hang with fucking AMD.
Well, that's true.
Because in single core transactions, Intel is still better than AMD, which is why games still perform better with Intel than AMD. But you have bums out here who go out and buy the cheapest shit that they can find. They're happy to just be comparable. Not that they have the best, but it's Then they moved from comparable because they figured it wasn't really comparable to saying, but price to performance. I'm like, yeah, okay.
That's their goal. AMD, Lisa Su walks up there all the time and says, look at our price, look at the performance.
Look, we get that. That's the market that she's going for.
She's doing.
I live in a different market, Craig.
But I understand, no, she just said publicly when she's been interviewed that the AMD's goal is to make PC gaming and things available for people on lower budgets and give you the performance that you would get with higher cars. That's their goal.
The simple fact is that you're not getting that though. But because you're not paying as much, then it then turns into, I didn't pay as much either.
Well, that is true. I understand what you're saying.
But if you're going for PC gaming and you're going for the best, you're not going for comparable. That's why all of your favorite tech people still got AMD. Still got Nvidia and fucking Intel rigs.
Oh no. Yeah. And again, if I had a choice between getting the 5700 and getting a 2060, I would probably get the 2060, but my problem is that
why would you be getting a 2060?
Yeah,
that's the
stop it.
2070. All right, but for some reason, when I go to the store, the 5700 XT says 350, and the other one says 599. And right now, my wallet runs from me when I try to buy that card. So, because when I look at the comparison and I'm looking at 3% better, 8% better, that's not a good enough variable. I need something in at least the teens.
Yeah, but the RTX 360 costs $359.99. The RTX 2060.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about the 20s. I meant the 2070. You're right about the 2060.
This is the 2070 Super shit.
27 Super. So the 27 Super is better than the regular
2070 Super is $519.99.
That should get you solid 2K 120. Like
but Pub says I'm POOR. No, it's PO. I can't afford the O and R. PO. So I am going to buy what's better for me.
No, and that's fine.
That's why it's called a personal computer.
Listen, that's fine. I'm not telling nobody what to get, but if you're looking at what's better versus what isn't, there's a difference. There's a reason why one is better than the other. There's a reason why.
And NVIDIA's market price, I think per share is is it 200 something? But I give AMD credit; they hit $50 the other day per share, and I got my share. I don't think you got your shares at what, like 18, 19, and now
it was like I don't know, it was like $16, dog. It was something dirt cheap, but that shit has grown exponentially. Not only that, but my Nintendo stock grew exponentially. My PlayStation stock grew exponentially, and the Microsoft stock, I only got a few shares in Microsoft, but even that shit grew exponentially. You know what I mean? So it's like, listen, it is what it is. At the end of the day, like, I'm glad that niggas is fighting a good fight, but learn to profit from that shit at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, profit from that shit, dog. Like, don't be scared to go out and buy some stock, and you ain't got to be rich to buy stock. You ain't got to be rich to go to E-Trader and, or Scotch Trade and learn how to fucking, buy shares and shit like that. You don't even need a stockbroker at this point. No. But again, y'all let these niggas lead y'all astray, have y'all going out buying 3 and 4 and 5 Xboxes, but y'all niggas ain't benefiting or profiting from that at all. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, and I remember I told him, and I'm gonna have my big prediction this year on what stock to go get. It's gonna shock everybody, but this stock is going to move hard too. So if it becomes an IPO, look at it. But again, people need to really look at the wearable technology coming out of CES and look at the companies that actually make that stuff. Not the company that's marketing it. That's a different company. The companies that make like friggin' like Siemens and friggin' Oracle. Look at those companies, because those stocks right now aren't horrible. But yeah, AMD, that was breaking news. Like, for me, that shot across the thing. AMD hits $50. And I think it was only for like 2 minutes, because I think it closed under 50. But yeah, I specifically told people if they're going to make something, their stock in their company will go up.
Right.
So people are bullish. They're still bullish on Nvidia. I don't think that they're bearish on it, but they're bullish on Nvidia. But Nvidia stock, I think, is over $200 per share.
Bro, Nvidia shows these 3080s, man. It's a wrap, B.
No, I mean, it depends on what they're selling them for. Now, I will say,
it don't matter what they sell them for, Craig. It don't matter what they sell them for, Craig.
To me,
Craig, hey, it don't matter.
The 2070s should come down when the 30s get announced.
Hey,
but
Craig, go tell iPhone to drop down their fucking prices of their phones. You know what I mean? Like,
again, they need to.
Or what you gonna do? Go buy Android, right? Exactly.
They don't care about me at all. They don't care about me. They don't love
me.
If
you can't afford Nvidia, you go buy like a AMD card.
I'm gonna tell y'all why PlayStation has had so much growth, because I've taken a look into it in depth. They've been doing so great because their semiconductor business, they've actually separated that. That's something that's, working as an independent group now, and the cost of operations has gone down significantly. Yeah. And which means that, the investors themselves are making hella fucking profit from that shit. Not only that, their TVs have turned a profit, which is crazy because I thought like Samsung and LG was like, leading the way with TCL and Vizio and stuff like that trailing behind, but Sony is out here putting in work. They didn't have a single department within their company that was actually trailing, that wasn't turning a profit. Their phones, which is never really talked about at all, have turned a profit. What the fuck?
What is that?
Hold on, give me a second.
I
was flipping my phone in my hand and somehow I just kind of ended up scrolling through Twitter and shit like that. But
Paul says that it's been confirmed. Has it been confirmed the PS5 will enhance the original PSVR?
Hell no.
Nothing like that. There are some patents floating around that the new VR will have less wires. I will never say wireless. It will just have less wires. To me, Sony's got to make their VR more like Oculus, in the sense that Oculus doesn't have as much stuff on it and it's lighter. So they had to make it, they have to strip it down. So I understand some wires, but gracious,
it's funny that you say that, because the PlayStation VR headset is way more comfortable than the Oculus. The Oculus does not have less cables either, to be honest with you. A lot of people tell you that it do, but it doesn't.
Well, I mean, the one I tried that at Best Buy, because I was on a wreck on the interstate.
The Oculus Quest.
He might be talking about the Quest, the wireless joint.
Yeah, I could be. Yeah, very well. Yeah. Now, I'll let everybody know for VR at CES, they are having a press conference tomorrow at, I think, now this is all Western time. So I think that press conference is 10 something. So you guys, this is about VR. They're having an AR, VR conference. It's like 45 minutes to an hour. Google's going to be there. We were just talking about Intel. They're going to be there. So they got a lot of heavy hitters in that room that are going to be speaking. It's either 45 minutes to an hour. Try to find that stream, because that's going to be, I think that's at Mandalay Bay. I think that's at the Mandalay Bay, because there's some at Mandalay Bay. There's some at the Avi. Mandalay Bay is very nice. If you go to Vegas, go to Mandalay Bay, win you some money, call that limo, go out to the Bunny Ranch, and you can stay all night, and you can stay a little longer, because that's what I did. Woo!
Yo, the rumor is though, like Nvidia won't show anything until SIGGRAPH, so I'm not even sure they're gonna show it tomorrow.
Yeah, well, Nvidia will be there, but I don't know if they're gonna have a press conference.
Let me tell you what these nuts are about to do, man, and I see it happening, dog. All these niggas about to get lined up just to be disappointed as fuck, because for some reason they all still think that the PlayStation 5 is going to be unveiled. They looked at Cory Barlog's tweet. They looked at Sony tweet talking about the future, and boy, it is something crazy.
It's like motherfucker, bro.
It's something so crazy. I'm just like, dude, do y'all think Cory Barlog Cory Barlog was at DICE. He didn't say a fucking word. Did that mean something then?
Cory Barlog is going to be there, though, is what I was told the other day. Shout out to Salt.
Yeah, no, he is going to be there. He said he was going to be there.
That nigga need to calm his ass down and start making his games. Like, you got the fuck off Twitter, bro. Like,
nah, bro, he done caught the Twitter fever, bro.
Yeah, I'm sick of these celebrity devs, right? They get that fucking thing. They're like, ooh, like.
Yo, and it's crazy because we put them in those positions.
That David Jaffe type shit, right? Yeah, like the Jaffe shit, the Jaffe mentality.
But I to him, and I do like what he's saying. I like when those people said something about God of War. He's like, dude, if he said there is no God of War 4 unless we come up with God of War 1. He's right. So people need to back off of him on that, because there is no God of War 4. Granted, it was different, but there isn't. Now I would like to ask him, if I did an interview with him, I would say, why is Kratos the God of War when Wonder Woman fought the God of War? She fought Ares.
This nigga Craig.
That's what I would ask.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the
He
thing.
killed the God of War, Craig.
I'm not sure if you. I was just gonna say that I'm not sure if you played the game, but he killed Ares.
Well, that's
And
bullshit.
he took. Well, of course, it's not true, Greg.
Nigga, it's true, nigga.
Right.
It's a part of the video game lore. Of course, it's not true.
The actual shit, the whole shit in real life is not true either, nigga. The Greeks made it up, bro. Like,
Well, look, Wonder Woman killed Ares.
talk about Wonder Woman's not real, bro.
Yo, Craig is right here with the Iliad and the Odyssey, nigga. Like,
Bro, like, nigga talking about some Odysseus and Homer, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Gotta kill me. You know, he killed Poseidon too. Did he also kill Poseidon?
he said,
Look over here,
he
like,
said Kratos did not kill Ares. Of course he did not kill Ares, because Kratos ain't real and Ares ain't real either.
Wonder Woman killed Ares. Everybody saw that at the end of that.
I am looking forward to that Wonder Woman movie though. I want to see Cheetah though.
Yeah. Well, when you see that Wonder Woman, I'll look at Gal Gadot dressed up in that outfit 24/7. So
Right.
he fights Ares.
She's cute.
So she did not fight Kratos. Okay, so so I'm sorry. I mean, anybody out there understands that.
No,
So,
but okay, so why are people hyping it? Why are they gassing themselves up, man? Like, why are they gassing it?
all right, my opinion. Let me give you my opinion. They were taken aback by Xbox showing a form factor and a CGI trailer. So now they think Sony should do the same thing. And I agree that people, I think, could walk away disappointed. Look, I've said publicly, I said on RGT, I've said it multiple times, I don't think we're going to see the PS5, I guess, tomorrow night. Now,
my thing is, if they're going to show it, they were showing it before Xbox did that whole Game Awards shit. You know what I mean? If they're not going to show it, they weren't going to show it before Xbox did the Game Awards shit. You know what I mean? Like, these companies set this shit out, months and months ahead and shit.
But okay. So look at it from this perspective, though. Look at it from this perspective, right? So taking a look at the history of what's happened, right? Microsoft didn't show a fucking thing.
They still,
No. Back all the way up, even back to the Game Awards. What did they show you, and what do you know about the Xbox,
bro?
You don't know a thing, bro.
And they showed you a fucking case, nigga. I've been said that shit. Like, niggas keep talking about the specs. They release specs. Like, nobody has released any fucking specs besides it being like a Gen, like a Gen 2 Ryzen
SSD. It's gonna the CPU what it's based on.
Ryzen Gen 2, yeah.
Yeah, but Ryzen Gen 2. Do you know what that incorporates?
That's just mad old too.
Yo, yeah, crazy, man.
No, I don't think that you're wrong. I agree that there are going to be some I think there's going to be some. I'm like, people are like, were you going to watch it? No, I'll be at work, so I will not be watching it. Even if I was home, I would not be watching it, because I'm not going to watch 45 minutes of Sony out there. They're going to show a bunch of stuff. I'm more interested. I told people I want to see Hyundai with this damn flying car. I want to see that.
Wait, their conference is only 45 minutes, Sony?
45 minutes to an hour.
Based on what? Like, did they give you like
their itinerary?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, their itinerary that not just they released, but the actual schedule.
Right.
But they're gonna have sex toys there at CES.
That's like crazy.
I mean, they are. So, and those things are, no offense here, but they're coming on strong.
Fuck CES.
Yeah, they will be.
I'm trying to put the CS schedule. That's just like.
Yeah, that's what I'm pulling it up right now. Another thing for people to watch, if this is for people who are interested in investing. 9 a.m. Tomorrow. This is West Coast time. CES 2020 trends to watch. Okay, that is now. If I could watch anything, I would watch They're going to talk about when will advanced automotive tech pay off. That's about automation, and mofos going to be losing their jobs in the next 7 to 10 years due to automation. So you all need to learn how to fix things. Learn about artificial intelligence. All right, the 10:15, 11:15 is the conference session with the AR, VR, and XR. Okay, a lot of XR is at theme parks. If you want to know what that is, okay. So when you go to if you go to Star Wars Land or whatever they're calling it at Galaxy's Edge, you ride the Millennium Falcon. I believe they count that as XR tech. So, people, here's something I need to learn: future of brand partnerships and influence marketing. Because apparently I've got like 5 people watching now in my dynamic viewership. So,
oh shit.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not even looking at it anymore. It's like Gears of War dropping down to 1500p and then going back up to 1800p. So, but a Hisense Media Days for all you people that have Hisense TVs. I think shout out to Lincoln Clay. He's got a Hisense TV that he loves. So he may be interested in that media event if he's able to.
So real quick, AMD ain't gonna be there tomorrow?
No, I'm getting there.
AMD is gonna be at 2. Let me see. Their media days is gonna be at
CL is there tomorrow.
2 o'clock, 2 p.m. to 2:45.
Yeah.
And Sony's gonna be there from
8 o'clock.
2 p.m. to 2:45, and then
Sony's gonna be there from 5 p.m. to 5:45.
Yeah, AMD is at 2 o'clock. Let me.
I see. Okay. No, you're looking at Pacific Standard Time. So I see 8 o'clock there. I see Intel going at 4 p.m. I mean 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I don't see Nvidia at all.
Well, AMD's at 2 p.m. to 2:45.
Hold on. Send me the schedule. Put the link in the chat so I can see it.
I got it up on the screen, but I'll send it to you. But it's up on the screen now. AMD is at Mandalay Bay.
Oh, no, don't send it to me then. That's fine.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah, but AMD right there. Now this is all West Coast.
I put it in the chat.
Yeah, so it's that's where AMD is supposed to blow people's socks off.
Wait, maybe they're not gonna have an actual press conference like a stream. Is it maybe?
Yeah, Sony does have their stream active. Allegedly, it's what I've seen out there. Look, bias and AI. Media bias with AI. What the hell's going on? But this is a huge conference. This is why I tell people, try to go out here, at least once. I want to go. I'm going next year. I just want to be out there. Sony Media Days, 5 p.m. So 5 to 5.
Electronics. Well, I know what's his face? Dark Cloud. He was on his way to CES yesterday. So I know they're gonna be talking about TVs because that's where he specialized and shit like that. So
yeah. He always takes good pictures and stuff like that out there. So some of the things that they shouldn't have. But I didn't realize that, like I said, that Pharrell, the MC, the producer, he is signed with Sony exclusively.
Right.
So I didn't know that, but Sony's animation, they're going to show that. You got to remember, they won an Oscar for Into the Spider-Verse because of the animation. So all that is going to be on display out there, but it's up on the screen. Remember, it's 5 to 5:45 Western time. So for all you idiots in the Eastern time zone, I have translated with the left side of my brain. Matter of fact, ask my assistant, Alexa, what time is 5 o'clock West Coast? That's not going to translate that good.
Here's something I found on the web.
Yes.
According to BaltimoreSun.com, when you're used to playing at 1 o'clock on the West Coast, you're playing at 10 o'clock your time.
Yes. 3 hours. So Alexa.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Well, that's my assistant here. It's short, but it's helpful. So it's 3 hours difference. So 5 p.m. out there, 8 o'clock here, and I'm sure all these fuck niggas will be watching it, and they're gonna be butthurt. And that's why the community, the Xbox folks have been quiet today because they don't know what to expect tomorrow. So
I don't know if it's gonna be anything real big at CES. I'm not, the schedule doesn't show any huge
It's gonna show
notes or anything.
They're gonna show headsets. They're gonna show cameras like they always do. So, and then after that, I don't know. I don't.
But
Sony's gonna talk about.
I kept telling them to temper
TV
their
cameras.
expectations, dog. And niggas is just like, but come on, man. You know, we want to be hyped. I'm like, bruh, you want to be hyped to be disappointed, though? Like, come on, fam. Look, if they do something about the PS5, it'll be a pleasant surprise. But if you go in expecting it, it's going to be a huge disappointment.
I agree. No, I mean, you're right. I mean, it is. I mean, it's terrible. So, but I'm not going to be disappointed because I'm not expecting anything except I just want to see Hyundai's car. That's it. Like, I'll be disappointed if I don't see a flying car. Like, I want to see a car lift off the ground and hover, you know, and how they're going to make that shit work without some type of anti-gravitation device. You know, so, I mean, that's what I'm wanting to see. So, you know, it is what it is. So
I wonder if AMD is going to be if they're going to be streaming, because I definitely want to watch that stream.
They may be, and that I don't know. Again, I'll be hemmed up. That's 5 o'clock our time, East Coast time. So yeah, I will be doing rounds at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Guess what
I see what's happening. AMD's press conference takes place at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday. The company plans to show off how it will make 2020 an unforgettable year for gamers, creators, and mobile PC users. So it sounds weird, right? But I guess if I would have to say anything, maybe Sony would take part of AMD's keynote to talk about the PlayStation, if anything. And I really don't think that they're going to do that because AMD is going to be too busy showing off their new line of GPUs and CPUs and stuff like that. So I really don't believe that. And then for Sony's, I really don't expect. We might potentially see a teaser for the PlayStation 5. What we will definitely see are new televisions and potentially new camera equipment and headphones. That's what I expect to see from them.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute. Let me ask you, what about kind of an official tease announcement? Because I keep saying, people keep saying to me that they're going to have some kind of announcement at next month.
Okay, so historically, they've shown off their systems, I believe, in like February or something like that.
Okay. All right.
And I think that's what people are going based off of. They're going based off of that particular fact. Do I think that that's going to be what it is? Honestly, quite frankly, I don't know what to expect for Sony, but I'm not expecting them to do anything just for the sake of doing it, right? I feel like they're going to come out and they're going to price this thing in a way that it makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. And then, funny enough, I heard Snow Bunny talking about it today. Yeah. Nintendo is talking about doing a pro version of the Switch.
Yeah.
And that's interesting.
That's interesting. And they were talking about it would be 4K capable. I heard that. Yeah, I hope they're right. Jack Reach. Well, let me make this clear. It's not a reach because Phil Spencer was at AMD's press conference last year. You know, so that's the truth. You know, that is the truth. So Jack Reacher, I can't really say nothing about that because he based on history, Phil Spencer was there last year. So maybe tomorrow he announces that Xbox X will be more powerful. For all I know, I don't.
Bro, what the hell is going on with your views, bro? Like,
what's that?
This shit.
It's dynamic. It's dynamic. It's you know, it's have dynamic viewers. I don't know. I've never seen that before.
I've never seen no shit like this in my life. Like it's going up and then it's dropping and then it goes up and then it drops and then it goes up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Well, it's like Assassin's Creed Origins on the Xbox X. If you climb the pyramid and you look straight up at the sky and you don't move, it's 4K native. 2160, but as soon as you turn to look down and slide down the pyramid, it drops down to like 1688p. So that's my viewer count at this point. I blame the Nightbot. Yeah. So Nightbot's doing something crazy. So
here's my thing: what are you gonna do with a 4K Switch?
I don't know. Maybe they'll look for people to dock it more. I mean, I don't know.
And that's the thing. I just don't see that being a viable option for a handheld.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see it, because if you're in handheld mode, that shit ain't gonna last no time at all. And then if you put too big a battery in there, like the heat in that shit gonna be crazy. Like I feel like it's gonna cause more issues than actually helping out the problem. And then what games are gonna take advantage of it? Seriously.
I don't know. That's a good point. I mean, maybe, but it's just a rumor. Just like the rumor I saw where Sony was going to buy Bethesda Studios. I'm like, man, these guys are moist.
They went a step further and said ZeniMax Media, the parent company of Bethesda id Software Machine Games.
Well, what that's about, because I follow TV. Sony is one of the most successful shows. I never watched it. Was something called Game of Thrones. The Witcher on Netflix was extremely popular based on user engagement. Let me make that clear. Okay, so Bethesda does have 2 games that they could set in that type of setting. One's called Oblivion, and the other one's called Skyrim. So they're actually just talking, because Sony makes TV shows and they make movies. So they're just looking to see if they would be interested in some type of TV production of something like Oblivion. That's it. That is it. There's nothing more from that. There is nobody buying a studio. I'm sure, is it ZeniMax you called it? Or their parent company?
ZeniMax Media.
Yeah, I'm sure they got a shit ton of cash on hand to ward off any kind of stalk down by Sony. But Sony is still, according to Jim Ryan and Herman Holtz, yes, they are still actively engaged with talking to studios about purchase. So Jack says, will I order a PS5 or will I wait? I'm not going to get a PS5 until I get my new GPU. So that's for everybody who knows. I mean, there's nothing wrong with my Pro. It does fake 4K, and I've got a PC to run all the other games. I'm playing Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda at 1080p with ultra and high graphics settings, and it blows away what I've got on the PlayStation. And the PlayStation has higher resolution. It's 1800p and all that kind of stuff. At 1080p, this game with. And I got something on my screen called G-Sync or V-Sync, some kind of sync. But for some reason, this game is just running butter smooth. I'm not butter biscuit, butter smooth on this game, to the point where even though the game has got it, dog shit, trash, it's still.
The game is not bad.
Huh? Yeah, it is. Well, you didn't play the other 3.
I played what? Whoa!
Game is an abortion compared to the other 3.
Brad, you think you're the first nigga who played Mass Effect, nigga? Are you crazy?
I don't know, man, because you don't say that.
Are you crazy?
Things if you play the first.
How dare you, sir?
Yeah, I was streaming Mass Effect so much people got mad at me yesterday. Like, you can stream something else.
So you like Josh and shit play the same game.
What's up, Dark Panther? How are you doing? But no, I will not pre-order a PS5 until I get my AMD 5700 XT. So that's a fact. That's all I can do.
You know what that Navi 21 coming out, apparently?
That's going to be in the Xbox. So you can just get the Xbox.
Oh my God. Yo.
They said, Sid, that
no, I'm not talking about you, bro. I just pulled up an article that I saw come across my timeline. Now they calling the PS5 dev kit the PS5, bro. You cannot make this shit up, dog. Like this is crazy, bro. As if we haven't all seen this. Not sure it's the right place, but my first cleaning of prototype 1 of PS5. Yes, my job is a cleaner occasionally at you. Please do not share this.
But somebody shared it.
They posted it to Twitter and said, "Please do not share this, dog." Like I don't understand this dumb shit, dog. Like this is fucking totally retarded. The problem with it is that it's the fucking dev kit. Why in the hell would they have MAC addresses on the fucking screen if it's the console?
And I'm sure people are going to say, "Well, this is the new PS5."
This shit doesn't even look aesthetically pleasing enough. This doesn't look like something that you would want to put under your goddamn entertainment system, dog. This shit looks like a mouth guard, like a goddamn toilet, dog. Like I know it ain't about the looks of it, but come on, dog. Y'all really think Sony would be stupid enough to put this shit out as the console? Like, stop it, please. They got a controller that has no fucking buttons on it, my nigga. Like, everything is blacked out. You know that this is a fucking development kit.
Well, do they not understand? Because even I understand this, that dev kits go through multiple iterations. Even I know that. That's my new word today, kids. Iteration. Go look that up. So I mean, they have the sort of 66 people that are allegedly watching. Go look up iteration. So there's two PS5 kits right now. I'll just let you know right now. Shout out to my source, Luwapa. One is roughly in the 11 range. The other one's in the 13 range, and they're trying to figure out which one cools the best. Whichever one cools the best is the one we're gonna get. That's it. That's the end of it. That's all I'm gonna say. Touchdown Seahawks, beast mode. Somebody give me some names. I just saw it.
Greg, you mad late, Greg.
Huh?
You mad late.
Yo. Hey, Jemiah, where your Cowboys at, fam?
Yo, watch your mouth, nigga.
Where your Cowboys at, fam?
You console, nigga.
They gotta hire Marvin Trash Lewis. I mean, Marvin Lewis is trash. He is, man. He is straight up trash. But I know they got to interview at least one black person because that's why he was like the token interview. So, because he walked out of there without the job offer. So that means you ain't getting the job, Negro.
Pretty much. Got Mike. What's the dude from the Packers?
Oh, Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Yo, that nigga's a loser, bro. Get him out of here.
Well, they called him a pear-shaped loser. That's what they used to call it. I'm a Packers fan. We used to call him a pear-shaped loser.
Yeah, I need to see Urban Meyer come up in there, bro.
Nah, Urban ain't. Urban Meyer had a heart attack when he was coaching the Florida Gators. So
nah. He'd be all right.
Yo, I hope Sony walk out on whatever stage that they own, and I hope they be like, yo, this next PlayStation, we did our research, our history. That bitch is gonna be 8 teraflops. I hope they say this bitch gonna be 8 teraflops. I hope they say that this bitch ain't gonna have no type of ray tracing, none of that bullshit. Mm-hmm. And then I hope they launch that bitch and start dropping fucking atom bombs, nigga, A-bombs everywhere, dog. I hope they come out and deliberately give the wrong specs and the wrong pricing, dog.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Wait, you talk about tomorrow or February?
Whenever they announce, I hope they purposely come out and give wrong information, and then like a month before it drops, be like, here's the real price. And this is what it really has to offer. Like, that shit would be hilarious.
Well, hey, this guy, Sam Ash, you got to remember, D, the tech guy, he said yesterday on Twitter that 9.2 teraflops of Vega, 9.2 teraflops of Navi is equal to about 13 T-flops of GCN.
I'm gonna tell you right now that's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, that's what man, don't look at me. I'm not.
Jemiah, how many teraflops is the 2080 Ti?
13.4.
13.4.
Uh-huh.
So, and none of AMD's cards can match the 2080 Ti at all whatsoever.
But no, not in raw T-flop power. We're talking about in
the Radeon 7 is 13. It's more T-flops than the 2080, I think. Ti. It's like 13 something.
Impatient Fire, I don't know who those women are, but they got on push.
And the Radeon 7 is trash, so.
Wait, so what happened though, Craig? Like,
what?
If AMD's Navi is the equivalent of like +4 GCN and shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. Why isn't the performance there?
Well, when you look at I mean, to me, if you're going to have Spider-Man running the way they had it running, and that's what I want to see. Like, if they're going to show the PS5, do not show some CGI trailer. Let us see the tech demo that they did with Spider-Man, that they've already shown the shareholders. So everybody, and it's already been in the public. Also, I want to see the GT Sport game that was running at 8K. You know, if you're going to have 8K TVs there on the floor tomorrow for Sony, I assume.
What I heard is that when it was running at 8K, 60 frames per second,
GT Sport, not Sport.
Yeah, GT Sport.
Yeah,
I heard that wasn't on a PlayStation, that was on a powerful computer.
Oh, that's great then. Well, let's see if that's true or not, because the developer, the developer said the game can go do 8K. So
absolutely, Jim Ryan said that, and niggas laughed.
Any game can do 8K on different hardware.
And maybe I'm misquoting.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I want to see it in action. That's what I'm saying. It's not that I believe. That's why I just said, if they're going to show it, if you really want to shove Microsoft's face into a couch, you will show games running on hardware. You don't have to show the hardware at all. You can say, "Oh, here's the Spider-Man demo that we show shareholders."
But here's the thing, though, Craig. Here's the thing, and this is the shit that was always wild as fuck to me. I don't remember if it was Jim Ryan or if it was Kenichiro Yoshida or one of them, but one of them came out and said that the game was developed with 8K textures.
Oh, there you go. So that means it's 8K then, right?
So no. So here's my thinking, right? Mm-hmm. If they built this shit with 8K textures in mind, that means they had 8K in mind for a while now. And where the hell do you think that's going to be? Do you really think that that's going to be on a PC or on a PlayStation?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm playing on-tier quarterback here. I'm Monday morning quarterback. So, like, for me, people keep saying, well, what should Sony do? Okay, if I was in charge, I'd say, you know what? We're not going to show them the console, but we're going to hook up a PlayStation Pro, and we're going to hook up the PS5, and we're going to show you Spider-Man running on the PS5 with the load screens and all that stuff. Because this has already been reported, and this has been verified that they showed this and that it was running on the PS5. So let's see it. That's it. This is if they want to show Microsoft up, because Microsoft showed some trash fake 4K 24 frames per second girl, with no gameplay, and that's the show. So if they want to really just say, look, here's actual physical gameplay of a game running on the PS5, then that's what they do. But we'll have to wait and see. That I agree with you, Sid. I don't think they're going to show nothing. I think you're going to have disappointment.
I don't think they are. But everybody's gonna be mad at Sony, like Sony announced that they was gonna show the PS5, the PS5.
I agree. I think that's exactly what you're gonna have.
The hype is at a fever pitch right now. Sony got to stop fucking around with the people, bro.
But Sony's not saying anything. That Sony has not said. I guess with them saying the future, everybody assumes it's a PS5.
Exactly. Don't say shit like that. Just say we're gonna have a born-ass conference.
Yeah, I think they're going to show some 8K TVs. They may announce that they're part of the 8K.
They said that they're going to show the future in technology, dog.
Yeah.
How in the fuck does that allude to the PS5 at all whatsoever, dog?
Sick. I said I was excited to play Metro and kill a 4K rat. Somehow that gets translated into Metro is going to be this huge selling game. That's just with voice food. I mean, I don't know. I said that for a year. I'm like, I want to kill that 4K rat. I never did. I say that's going to be this huge game. I've never played the other Metro games. Shout out to he sent me the Metro series, like 2033, and the other Metro with it, and I played those. I'm like, well, this is like playing a shooter. But it's based on books, kind of like The Witcher is. But my point is that it's just people can't. They don't listen anymore.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Speaking of The Witcher, Craig, apparently The Witcher, the books have sold out like everywhere, like Amazon. Like apparently the Netflix series made it so popular that these knuckleheads went out and got the books.
Yeah, the books are good. Now,
this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, people were dick riders. You know what I mean? Like, shit wasn't hot before, but then when you see that shit being hot, they want to go jump on it and go read all the books and shit. Like,
well, the books are a good read. It's when you're playing The Witcher 3. He's at the end of his career. That's the end of his career. If you play the what was the second DLC? Blood and Wine. That's the end of his career. He retires at the end of that. So he's at the end of his career. So, but the books are good. I mean, he was brutal. So, and I'm going to watch that next weekend. I'm binge watching it, for the weekend.
You haven't watched it yet?
No, not yet. No, not yet. So I'm still watching all this Disney Plus stuff, man. I just watched Frozen, and we just watched.
My man, Craig.
Yeah.
Craig. Did you just say you just watched Frozen, my guy?
Yeah, I just watched it.
Please tell me there was at least one kid in the house with you, bro.
My girl was here. She wanted to watch it.
Bro, I've never saw Frozen in my life. I'm gonna give you a pass with that, Craig. We're gonna give you a pass, but I've never seen Frozen, bro.
Also, the top animated. Disney announced Frozen 2 is the top making money animated movie in history. So
it wouldn't matter how much that shit made. I still have no interest in watching it.
Well, I didn't care. I mean, to watch it. I mean, she sat down and watched all the Marvel stuff with me. Gotta
give and take. I feel you.
Give and take. That's what they say to do in the books. So you gotta give and take. And she's gonna make chicken parmesan and say, "Let's watch Frozen." I'm like, yeah, well, let's, yeah. Chicken parmesan.
I'm gonna tell you what I've been doing, bro. I've been binge watching freaking The Simpsons, dog.
Oh yeah, they got all 30 seasons on there.
Yes. Excellent.
Bro, I bought Disney Plus just to watch The Mandalorian.
I swear I wish cartoons went back to being like The Simpsons, dog. Just seeing Homer grab Bart by his throat and just fucking strangle the shit out of it. You can't do that no more. You got too many people who will fucking cry about it, dog. Like,
That is true. No, you're right about that. But Josh Shaw said The Witcher is a good TV show. Yeah, because people were giving Henry Cavill shit. People mocked me when I'm like, hey, there's going to be a Witcher TV show. People are like, well, that's going to be stupid. And now it's one of the most popular things that's on, just like the Halo TV show.
Yo, made them dudes go out and buy The Witcher and actually play the game, dog. This shit, I was like, bro, you cannot make this stuff up. These dudes literally have to be told what to buy.
Well, I know. Like people were like, "Well, how many times have I played? Have I ever beaten The Witcher?" I'm like, I've beaten The Witcher like 6 times. So it's one of my favorite games. I didn't like it as much as Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but I didn't like it as much as Horizon Zero Dawn. Which is my top game this gen. So, but The Witcher, it was up there. It was up there.
You, I'm so pissed that gaming is a part of pop culture now.
Yeah.
Because, man, have it gotten disgusting, man. Like,
yeah.
It's just gotten disgusting, man. I ain't gonna even cry about it today, dog. I'm just let it ride. But y'all disgust me. I don't even know if you call them millennials or what you call these new age gamers.
Gen Z niggas, man.
Yo, Gen Z gamers, y'all are the worst, my nigga. The worst. I mean, god damn. Henry is Geralt.
Nightbot. Nightbot is killing y'all in there.
Yo, the Nightbot is not fucking. The Nightbot is not fucking around right now.
Yeah, Nightbot is brutal out there. Like a Nightbot is like a reaper.
Yeah, I better be on your best behavior.
Yo, I'm trying to figure out how Nightbot actually times people out for 5 seconds. Like that. Bro, that is amazing.
I can time you out longer. With Nightbot, I can time you out for like 10 minutes. It goes up that high. So, but
right. I have a question for you, Craig. And this goes a little bit beyond the scope of things that we were talking about today, but do you really think we have as many people who like gaming as they claim to like gaming, or do you think it's more people who've found a way to profit from gaming, so that's what they do?
Worldwide, there's more people gaming now than ever. Worldwide. So, but if you talk about the US, yeah, it's a money-making venture. I mean, shout out to the platform. Shout out to the platform podcast. They just hired they call her a boob girl to stream on Twitch.
What's her name?
I don't know. I forgot what her name is, but they call her like a boob girl. If you notice, a lot of your female Twitch streamers they'll always have on button-down shirts, and they always have just enough to tease you. And then they have a bunch of people watching their stream.
But here's the thing. Mad at that. I'm not mad at those girls. You know why? Because it's the pervy ass niggas that's falling for it.
Over here buying fucking bath water and shit. Like y'all fucking.
I was going to do that, but then you guys talked me out of it. So
Craig probably got like a couple jars in his fucking back room and shit. Box in here. Like what the.
I was going to do it too, but you all talked me out of it. So, I mean, I didn't even know if Amazon would deliver it because it was body fluid. So, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, Nightbot, don't tip Nightbot's rad. It's Winnie. Look at that, Nightbot 1, bad guy 0. So it's trolling you all out there. So the game is your number. Yeah, I used to build, like, I used to game, then I started building model airplanes. Then I stopped. Then I started gaming on computer, and then I started gaming on the Nintendo. 1 out of 4 American homes had a Nintendo. Talking about that, the original Nintendo that came with Duck Hunt, and who didn't play that in Tecmo Bowl for crying out loud?
Craig lived in a time where puzzles were like the thing. You know what I mean? Niggas was playing fucking marbles and pinochle.
Yeah, Tetris. Yeah, we were playing Thumb War and stuff like that, and then we got.
I'm old too, Craig. Don't worry. I was born in '84, so I remember like playing marbles in the ditch and shit. Like,
Greg hates puzzles.
Yeah, with a passion.
Yo, what the hell you do as a kid, Craig? Just coloring books only?
No, puzzles in a video game. That just started happening.
Yeah, remember that game where you get the ball bearing, you have to like tilt the thing around to get it to the fucking spot and shit, like all those old school games, like the puzzle slider game. You get the empty space and you slide that shit around. Like,
well, Lunar Lander. Remember, you had to type in how much thrust to use, and then how much you were trying to land at a certain spot. That was a puzzle. I hated that game.
Yeah, I mean, Oregon Trail was lit, my guy.
It wasn't a puzzle. It was a mathematical equation.
Yeah, you had to figure out how to, and then it only gave you like 10 times to do it. I never landed that damn thing. I think one time I landed upside down. I'm like, well, at least I landed. So, but the teacher was like, well, you would have killed everybody. Look, it's on the ground. I should get half credit. But no, you're right. It's a mathematical equation. But to me, it was a puzzle. I don't like that. I don't even like doing crosswords. So I like doing word find. So I'd rather look for something than have an objective, get this many, then go.
Yeah, I don't get that shit either. You can go to actual like porn channels or whatever, right, and talk to actual live girls, and they'll do things for you in front of you. You know what I mean? And yet you give these Twitter chicks fucking money to do what? Lick fucking, cucumbers and shit. Like, I don't know what's going on with these niggas.
Well, they're following Olivia Munn. Olivia Munn is considered the first hot gaming girl from G4 Media. When she was on Attack of the Show and all that stuff with Kevin Pereira and all them. So, before Adam Sessler, who looks like somebody's granddaddy, got going. Olivia Munn was on there, and she was considered the hot gaming girl. So, and she's known more not for being Psylocke on X-Men, but for being Aaron Rodgers' ex-girlfriend.
Let me tell you. When gamer girls started separating themselves and calling themselves gamer girls, that's when I stopped taking them serious, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're a gamer or you're not a gamer. I don't have to walk around this bitch talking about I'm a black gamer, nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, none of this shit makes any. I'm the minority gamer. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're really trying to grab that type of attention to you, but then you don't want people to treat you differently, but you want to be treated differently.
Yeah, I agree.
Bro,
I don't. You're right.
Women, bro. Like, can we? Yeah. Like, this is a black hole, bro, of fucking contradictions and hypocrisies.
Yeah, you're right. Morgan Webb was hot too. She was hot.
I think of Morgan Day more than I think of fucking Olivia.
Yeah, Morgan Webb.
I don't know who none of these people is y'all talking about.
This was G4 TV. They used to cover E3 before E3 started streaming. If you had G4, you could watch all the.
Yeah, I used to watch that shit.
Yeah. Matter of fact, they were on. G4 was still on when at the beginning of this generation, I think, because I remember Adam Sessler coming on saying that Sony just win E3 when they did to Microsoft what they did. You know, when they said this is how you trade games with Sony and all that kind of stuff. They were, I think G4 was still around. Maybe it wasn't. It was a long time ago. So
I'd love to know what Adam Sandler thinks about things now.
Oh yeah, now that would be cool. But he started a company that that said if you're going to he started a consulting company for movie studios. If they're going to try to convert video games into movies or TV shows, he started a consulting firm. So they may have been why we got The Witcher. I don't know. So, you know, I'm looking forward to the Halo video game, the Halo TV show. You know, is it going to be? What kind of money are they going to spend? You know, Jamal, you like The Mandalorian? They spent like $140 million total on all 8 episodes. So they spent some big money on that.
I definitely think Halo is one of those IPs that does translate very easily into movies. Like I like the Halo, like those Halo Netflix movies, whatever. Like, you know, Beyond Reach or whatever fucking. No, I like
how though?
I like that. I thought they were good though.
I always looked at Master Chief like he just doesn't have character.
Are you serious, nigga? My nigga Master Chief and Cortana, like these always have mad witty banner going on and shit.
Well, but I like
Chief would be mad dry and shit, and then Cortana would be all like fucking whimsical and shit. This is like the buddy duo.
Yeah.
I don't know why they made Cortana the bad guy. That's to me, that's some fucking dumb ass fucking storytelling. Weak as fuck.
I like that. You know,
bro, Master Chief and Cortana are like fucking Batman and Robin. You know what I mean? You can't break up that duo.
Well, I mean, again, doesn't mean something else won't happen down the road.
How you gonna let her just kill the whole galaxy or something 2 months later? Yo, we cool. She was just joshing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. All right, I get what you're saying, but I like the fact why it's called Cortana. We know that. We know why it's called Cortana. We know that it's a forerunner AI. This job is to destroy things. So it was something weird. So that it's supposed to do. So, but I've always liked Halo. I didn't like Halo 2 because I thought it was too short of a campaign. So,
what? So what do you think about 1?
Dumb litty, man.
Halo 1 was that there were things on Halo 1 that I saw that my PS2 could not do. The way those ships were dropping in and the draw distances, the Xbox that blew PS2 away. But
that had nothing to do with anything to make Halo sound like it was like Halo 1 was short as fuck.
Yeah, I love Halo 1, bro. Like,
it wasn't. I mean, it took me a long time to beat it.
Bro,
but
Halo 1 was so lit.
But I like that flood. I like the reason why the Halo rings exist in the first. I like the fact that you could move around and look up and you could see the rest of the ring. And if you look to the left, you would see bluish outer, and you would see blue, but you would also see a hint of stars. That was groundbreaking at the time. You look back now, it's trash, I guess. But for me at the time, it was groundbreaking. You know,
when Halo first came out, that shit changed the game. Like, no doubt. Like, it's an amazing game.
Yeah,
before Xbox existed, before niggas even knew, you know what I'm saying, before niggas even claimed Microsoft as a company.
I just want to know what makes y'all think that translate well into film.
Oh no, because like I said, with the like animated Netflix type of Halo shows they had, I think I think Halo Reach, not Halo Reach, I fuck what it's called, like Far and Away or Far Beyond. They have great compelling stories, bro. Like you can do a lot with that.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see.
It's like Starship Troopers, though. I love Starship Troopers. You know what I mean? Like, that's a great movie.
So you're not basing this off of the game. You're basing this off of other endeavors to make a TV show or something.
Like the IP itself. Like you don't even need to have Chief in it, to be honest.
Yeah, there's enough there where they can create an extended universe, which is what everybody wants to do because of what Marvel's done. Yeah,
like Battlestar Galactica. If you think about it, like. That's a military-based show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like about the military, you know, the humans surviving against aliens and shit. Mm-hmm. And you don't need a superhero character like Master Chief in there to make it compelling.
And I think
the IP in itself is amazing. Just imagine, like, watching, like, only just, like, you know, fucking, like, Halo jump down to some planet and start mopping fucking brutes and shit. Like, that shit's compelling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I hated Battlestar Galactica because there were no black people on it. Until they got to Earth. Spoiler alert. And there was nothing but a bunch of black folks on Earth.
Trust me, that's not a spoiler alert. Nobody cared.
Huh?
That's not a spoiler alert.
No, I mean, I just didn't like that because I didn't like the fact there were no black people in outer space.
They're about to reboot Battlestar Galactica.
I know there better be some black folk, but at least
there was that black chick with the blue eyes, like the light blue eyes.
Well, no, I didn't like that. I was railing against that show, and then when they got the Earth, I still watched it because I was a sci-fi fan, and we got to support sci-fi unless it's that Stargate bullshit. But the sci-fi
Stargate had a black dude in it.
Yeah, that at least did have some black folk in it, but they had a shitty story. But at the end of the day, when they got the Earth, there was nothing but a bunch of black folks here. That I found ironic. Like, yeah, but no black people on the shows in the last 2 episodes.
But like all the different people came from different planets, right?
Huh? Well, no, they were one tribe that left Earth. They left somewhere.
No, there were 12 planets with all the signs.
Yeah. So I
all came together.
Yeah. So yeah, but I understood that. Yeah, I liked it in the end because I didn't like the fact that they said mitochondrial Eve was that white girl. Everybody knows mitochondrial Eve is a black woman. So I didn't like that, but I understood. I understand what they were going for, that she was part human, part robot, and now we have all this AI that we have around. Is what they were trying to say.
It is fake though, Greg.
Yeah, you're right. It is, but it's just hey, B1 baby. So I didn't like that part, but I didn't care for Battlestar Galactica, but Starship Troopers I did like the first one, not that dog shit second one that they did. That was straight dog shit.
Well, Caprica?
Caprica I never watched. I heard that was more of a soap opera.
I thought it was pretty good. It deserved the second season. This is boring nerd talk though.
I heard Disney is trying to acquire the Hulk.
Yeah, I heard so too.
Yeah, that's a rumor. The Hulk and Namor.
Who called that shit though? I'm gonna just sit back and sip my tea.
Yeah, this nigga.
Well,
who called that shit?
Because we had I don't remember you talking about that.
Me and Craig had a whole conversation. I said, Craig, what is their ulterior motive for the Hulk? They're making Hulk look like an absolute piece of shit. And I'm like, the only thing I can think of is they trying to devalue the Hulk.
Oh my
God! And go and fucking fight.
What do you want the Hulk to do?
The Hulk was a pussy, bro.
Saved everybody.
They turned him into a complete.
Bro, first of all, the Hulk didn't save anybody. First of all, he didn't figure out the time travel. Tony Stark did that shit, so he was useless.
No, he
got beat up by Thanos in the first movie. He could have stopped it at the beginning.
What Thanos is. So when the Eternals come out, maybe you should go watch the Eternals, and then you will learn about the Deviant. You'll know who Thanos' parents are, and you'll say,
"I know Thanos is a Titan, bro." First of all, I'm well versed in Marvel comics.
Couple of body shots and gave this nigga a goddamn suplex and took him out the whole movie.
Bro,
comic
book Hulk will fight to the fucking death. Come on, Craig. Don't give me that shit. No, comic book Hulk would have died on that spaceship instead of run like a little girl. Get the hell out of here, bro. Let's not do that.
The Hulk saved everybody.
Breaker Hulk, Craig.
You know what they did? You know what Marvel did? Marvel made sure that all of their characters took advantage of Hulk, nigga.
No,
every last
Black
one
Widow
of them
fucking teased them and shit.
Well, but what he said to her made sense to me. He could
They devalued the Hulk so much that if Universal would have came out and tried to make a movie about the Hulk, nobody would have went and watched that shit.
No. I would have saw it. We would have went.
Nah, hell nah, Craig.
They've had
movie.
versions of the Hulk. Eric Bana's Hulk was horrible. That movie that came out, and then Ed Norton's Hulk was better because it was actually produced by Kevin Feige, but that's just a hard character to do.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It is.
Are you kidding me, Craig? Stop it. Like, we're not doing this.
So they went with they did a version of Planet Hulk with Thor Ragnarok. That's what you were watching.
Bro, the Planet Hulk storyline is so more compelling.
I agree, but
Thor Ragnarok was trash, dog. Thor Ragnarok was the worst fucking Thor out of the series.
This is why I said you need to have the X-Men and the Fantastic Four so you get the Illuminati. The Illuminati with Charles Xavier, Reed Richards, Tony Stark, and I think like a bunch of other people were the original ones who sent Hawk away from the planet, and then that's when he went to Planet Hawk, got all pissed off. He went over there, fucked his shit up. He came back to Earth and fucking became Worldbreaker Hawk and almost destroyed the whole planet because he was trying to kill the Illuminati. That's why Marvel needs to get all their IPs back under one roof.
Why don't you write that story?
It's already written. It's in the comics.
No. Why don't you take the comic book? This is what the Russo brothers say to people, and I agree with them. You can either sit around and complain about it, which is fine, or you can look at the comic books and write a story and then take it to Kevin Feige.
Well, what I'm saying is though, they don't have the Hulk yet. They still need to get the IPs together. Like, they need to have X-Men, Fantastic Four, all these things combined. They already killed off Tony Stark, so he can't be in the Illuminati. The Black Panther's in the Illuminati. Like
Illuminati, they just can't do it without. They can do it without Tony Stark.
Listen, they finna go back in time and find Tony Stark, bro. Like they're not gonna let Tony Stark die, bro.
I was thinking though, in the Doctor Strange movie when he goes to the multiverse, that's an easy way to fucking retcon anything you want.
But what they're gonna do is they're gonna do similar to what DC did with the Flash. When they bought back a whole bunch of different versions of the motherfucker. So it's not gonna be what's that guy name who played fucking Iron Man?
Tony Stark.
Oh, Robert Downey.
Oh my God, y'all niggas said Tony Stark. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark, nigga. Like it's this.
Yeah. I mean, it's no. They did their versions. The Universal had to sign off on the way. Look, we got to see a version of Planet Hulk where he was an ass kicking machine, and then we got to see a version of whatchamacallit Hulk, of the Smart Hulk. So it was something Professor Hulk.
They devalued the fuck out of the Hulk. They played chess with the Hulk, bro. Universal ain't got no option but to sell the fucking Hulk, my nigga.
Facts, nigga.
There is no other alternative.
You gotta give arm, bro. What the fuck you gonna do?
Because remember, Marvel right now is the biggest thing in film, dog. They are the biggest thing in film right now. If you were to bring the Hulk out and do another Hulk movie, the first thing people gonna do is like, what the fuck?
No, they won't.
His arm got nothing to do with it.
It's actually a good story, right? Because his arm
in a sling permanently. How did that work?
He broke his arm. Is messed up. So could they have some kind of tech?
The Hulk broke his arm.
Hulk has
think about that for a second.
His healing factor is like beyond Wolverine's healing factor. That shit was so stupid.
Yeah, when he used the Infinity Gauntlet, he broke his arm.
Bro, in the comic book, everybody uses the Infinity Gauntlet. Nothing happens to them.
Bro, that's the comic book. You're looking at a version, and he brought everybody.
My thing is, you're not gonna have some nigga fly a spaceship where a purple nigga come out of nowhere and say it's realistic. Stop with the dumb shit, bro. It's a fucking comic-based movie. I hate comic shit realistic though. Like. I don't like that Joker realism. The Joker was a good movie, but it's not a comic book movie, though. You know what I mean?
Like I said, it's you all can write the story. Look, I say the same thing to you guys that I say to all those people that were bitching about Star Wars. If you don't like it, you can write your own story and submit it to Lucasfilm. You can submit it. So write your own story.
Think about what you're asking people to do, Craig.
There are people who are serious about writing who submit shit all the time who never get their shit looked at. So
or they get their shit stolen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that shit on the whim. Like the Matrix, the black lady who wrote the Matrix got her whole shit stolen.
Oh my god.
She got paid though.
Hey, does that matter though? Like
hell yeah, that matters. Okay. What would be worse for somebody to steal your shit and get away with it, or steal your shit and then have to pay
not steal your shit, give you the credit and you get cake and you
fuck credit, nigga. Let me get those hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of million.
If she get the original credit right, she would have been like, and then she would have got her money, and she could have used more of her stories to make more IPs.
Who's that? Who are you talking about now?
The lady who I forgot her name. Let me see. It's a black lady who wrote the Matrix. She wrote like a bunch of sci-fi shit that nigga stole.
Well, I mean, again, yeah, it's they have they've changed some of the trademarking laws, so she may have been able to get. The Wachowski brothers did get sued. I know they settled several lawsuits, so that's why they're.
She got paid, my nigga. She got paid, bro.
Yeah, I mean that's why they're able to make more Matrix movies. You talked about Battlestar Galactica earlier, which they are rebooting.
Her name is Sophia Stewart.
Okay, yeah, but they also are going to reboot the Matrix. But they're not going to have Lawrence Fishburne in it. They said he's too old. So, because Keanu Reeves isn't like 1,000 years old at this point.
Bro, I don't want to see Keanu.
Lawrence Fishburne is too old, my nigga.
That's what they've said. They said
Lawrence Fishburne was too old when he was in the movie.
I mean, he was supposed to be playing like an older sage type of figure.
Yeah,
so
this nigga was in John Wick 3, bro. He's not that old.
Well, I didn't care for John Wick 3. The man fell off of a building for Christ's sake and is walking away. Like, what is this?
It's the movie. It's the movie, Craig. If you have better ideas, then you should write a movie yourself and submit it.
40 years old, I mean, I rolled with it with the whole assassination. There's this whole group of assassins around the world. All right, I'll roll with that. But when you fall off of a building, I'm sorry, man. That's where I got to draw the line there. But going back to Hulk.
Wait. So you don't draw the line at the Hulk breaking his arm?
Well,
but you draw the line.
Yeah, Craig high as hell, bro.
He broke his arm using the Infinity Gauntlet. Tony Stark died when he used it. So that shows you that
Tony Stark wasn't a radiation gamma ray built motherfucker either.
Craig.
Hulk was. So shout out to Hulk.
Yeah, but like I said, in the comics, the Infinity Stone doesn't have that negative reaction like that. I'm so sick of this whole magic comes at a price bullshit logic. That's not how shit works originally in fantasy realms and shit. You can just do magic all the time, and now every time you do magic, you have a price. Or every time you use a powerful artifact, you got to get your arm torn off or some shit. That's just not. That's not in the comics, bro.
They can do whatever they want. It's like they were talking about.
No, I agree with you, but what I'm saying is, don't try to use that as like some kind of like basis of a fact. That's not a fact because it's not like that.
My own John Wick. I can't because there's already a John Wick. I didn't mind the first John Wick. I thought the third act was disappointing, but the first two acts were extremely good.
Wait. How do you break up these movies into different acts? Because I don't
I hate that shit.
John Wick is his wife passing, and then the house getting broken into. That's the end of the first act. The end of the first act is them breaking into his house and killing the dog. The second act starts when he goes down to the building and kills everybody. The third act is when he actually he tracks the guy down. That's the beginning of the third act.
See, Craig, one of them people who see movies on a different level.
Yeah,
this is how critics fucking do shit. Like Craig's like
the way we break movies into three different.
Craig's a movie connoisseur. You know what I mean?
I mean, so Wonder Woman.
I respect it. it.
Yeah, Wonder Woman, the first act begins at the beginning, and it stops when she goes into no man's land. When she climbs the ladder, that's the beginning of the second act. The second act ends when she liberates the town. That's the end of the second act. And those first two acts were off the chain good. The third act is when they go to the castle and all that stuff. And that
CGI monster, yeah.
So Sam Nash said, in game in a nutshell, 1 hour of crying, feeling sorry for themselves, first hour of Oceans.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a heist movie. It's a time heist movie. You're right. Just like Ant-Man. Ant-Man at its core, even though he's shrinking down, it's still a heist movie. That's all it is. It's a heist movie.
I like the Ant-Man movies. I don't know why people be fucking stupid.
At the end, what do they follow? Well, they say, well, how do you want to make this movie? Oh, well, I want to make it more of a heist movie. Yeah, he's little enough to go in and possibly steal.
Bro,
something.
Carson Wentz is a bitch. How do you get hit and then you leave the game?
Scored again, I guess. I didn't even see this touchdown. So
this dude left the game and never came back. Like, I know dudes in combat get their legs blown off, crawl, dragging two bodies. You know what I mean? This nigga came to take a hit and he get paid millions of dollars. Like, come on, bro. These athletes are fucking saudy.
Yeah, well, those athletes are gigantic. First things first, I run that same pattern that Metcalf just got that pass on Madden. When your slot corner blitzes, you're going to have one coverage with the safety, you automatically throw a deep route to your X receiver. It's automatic because you have a single eye safety. For all you all who ever want to play me in Madden, I will.
I feel like Craig's dangerous in Madden just because of
I will simulation. I've been playing Madden for 20 years.
Yeah, all you gotta do is know the right play calls, bro. Like you can destroy niggas with audibles.
Nigga, I will play Madden and do the same play over and over and over again. Nigga, the
Or
AI
you can do that, or you can just be fucking around and run around the whole. Get Saquon Barkley and run around the whole goddamn fucking arena like you fucking.
Yeah, Sam Ash said the Ant-Man movies are fun. Yeah, they are, and they're both on.
I like the Ant-Man movies. Like real talk. Like I can't wait to Ant-Man 3.
Yeah, so yeah, and they are doing that. They're going to start filming the next.
I didn't see. I just looking at your topics. Star Wars hit 900 million. That's crazy.
Yeah, 900 million. So the Phantom Menace.
Wait. What was the issue with this Star Wars movie?
Okay, again, there's a bunch of incels running around saying that there's a war against white men, and
those guys.
Movie, and their boycott failed. It's the worst boycott since black women decided to try to boycott Black Panther because Michael Jordan was seen in Rome dancing with some Roman people.
Wait, but hold on. So let me get this straight. White folks thinks that. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me bring my mic a little bit closer. I didn't want y'all to hear me like eating and shit. So white people think that there is a war on white people in movies because not everybody is white.
A war on white Christian males. Not all white people think this because most people think.
Wait. So not all white people, but specifically white Christian males.
Correct. You should read Roger Ailes' book, the guy that founded Fox News.
Man, them niggas come straight out of the fucking MAGA nut bags.
I agree.
The MAGA nut bag of dicks. So dude, the quartering, he falls right into that fucking thing.
Yeah.
He's good at saying the things that he says, but you know exactly what he's getting at when he's saying it, and he really falls along that same line. I don't know how anybody watched the quartering.
Because it's a group of white men who feel that they're under attack, even though they're the most privileged group of people on the planet. But, that's a different story. That's a different podcast. But, yeah, so they called themselves the Fandom Menace. And that they were going to end Star Wars. And Kathleen Kennedy was going to be fired. And she's treating white men terribly. And this is horrible. Even though Kathleen Kennedy's the executive producer of The Mandalorian. Even though it was her idea to make the Baby Yoda. Okay? Even though it was her idea to bring on Filoni and Favreau to do The Mandalorian. They want Kennedy fired. He can't do this. That scene in Rogue One where Darth Vader went down the hallway just murdering people, that was her scene that she put in reshoot. So she knows what she's doing. So
her only mistake was hiring Ryan Johnson to do episode 9.
Which I enjoyed The Last Jedi. And I like the fact that Ryan Johnson trolled the hell out of these idiot stars. You're talking about the quarterly, geeks and gamers. They were mad at Brie Larson. They boycotted. They were like, we're going to boycott Captain Marvel.
Yo,
Brie Larson saying
they were mad. They were mad at a Captain Marvel movie. By the way, that Captain Marvel movie was absolute fucking garbage, dog. I'm gonna be 1000% honest with you. That shit was terrible. I couldn't even watch the whole fucking movie. I thought it was just
you missed a good one.
Right, that's why people are mad at the.
I thought that shit was trash
because of Kamala Khan.
But when I heard people complaining about that, they were complaining about it, talking about some. Oh, she's a woman. Captain Marvel's a man, and I'm like, bruh.
Yeah. Well, they're
are we really doing this, dog?
No, Captain Marvel's been a woman forever.
They're using the fact. See, they're trying to hide. This is what I don't like about people. They're trying to hide behind the fact that, yes, Captain Marvel used to be what is known as Shazam. That is true. Okay, that is true. But when DC went their way and they made Captain Marvel as strong as Superman in Marvel Comics because it was an insult to DC. Well, we're going to have a person just as strong as Superman, but have it be a woman. So, but at the end of the day, Brie Larson was talking about more diversity in movies, and she said, I don't care about what a certain group of people think if the movie's not catered to them. I'm not worried about that demographic. I'm worried about the demographic that the movie is supposed to be. They translated that into she doesn't care what white men think. These are the same guys, if you all don't know in the chat, were saying that Disney went around and bought theaters out to inflate their numbers. And that's an international crime. They were accusing Disney of that because they wanted to be right. And then when Captain Marvel made $1 billion, they all shut up. They shut up. They stopped talking about it at that point. and they moved to Star Wars. So this is going to hit $1 billion as well.
Yo, they hate it when that I don't even watch Star Wars, so let me be honest. I don't know the specifics on any of this shit, but I thought it was mad funny when they found out that like the main character in one of these Star Wars movies was black. They lost their fucking mind.
Yeah, and
how dare you? This doesn't make sense. I'm like, you got all these different aliens and robots, but goddamn, you put a black man in this bitch, and that's the last straw.
Bro, look at Battlefield 5 over a cover.
Yeah, and they killed off Harrison Ford's character, a white male. They let Luke Skywalker die, become a Force ghost in the Last Jedi. Spoiler alert! They were just going crazy about that. They couldn't believe. So the only white male that's left is Kylo Ren, who's a bad guy. They were bitching about that. The only white man that's in this movie is a bad guy.
They were mad at Far Cry 5 for making the enemy in that movie white fucking males with fucking beards and shit, dog. I was like, bro, you cannot make this shit. I'm like, so the last couple of Far Cries, when they was over there killing black people and fucking Asians and Indians and shit like that, that was perfectly fine. But now that they made the white people the enemy, oh, how dare you, Ubisoft? How dare you? I was like, bro, you cannot.
And wasn't Resident Evil 5 that was in Africa, and everybody turned into a zombie was African, and you were killing black people. So
when black people complained about shit, they're like, oh, go and make your own video games then.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, what that same energy at, fool?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like this Star Wars? Go make another one, bitch. But you don't like Captain Marvel? You go make another one, bitch.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't like something, what I like about what Disney did with Lucasfilm is that they now have an entry-level program where you could submit your idea for a Star Wars movie. And if they like it, they will give you funding to make the movie. They'll do it. It's like these Star Trek fans who make those Trek shorts. That that's what they do. They're like, okay, well, we're going to tell this. So if you want to tell the story before the Hellfire, all right, between Empire Strikes Back, or between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, when Rogue One, the Force led by Luke Skywalker had to go out and find a planet to get away from the Empire, you can write an entire story about that. You can. Nothing is preventing you from doing that. You simply get in touch with Disney, you get your information, submit it, they will give you permission to write your story, and then you write your story. That's it. That's what you do. Then you can webcam Disney and say, here's my story. And they may say, do you want to put it in a book or do you want to make a movie? And that's what you do. But that to me, the end of episode 4, which is the destruction of the first Death Star, to the beginning of Empire Strikes Back, that's not been explored. That has not been explored. They did a little bit of it with the Force, the Fallen Jedi. They did a little bit of it with that.
I want to move on, Craig. I'm done with this whole old shit. Like, if you're gonna go to the Old Republic, cool. But the shit between the Luke Skywalker shit, I'm done with that whole saga. That whole time period is over. That shit's fucking mad boring, bro.
Did that hurt your feelings, though, Jemiah? What? Like the whole scenario of things that happened, that transpired.
Oh, what?
With Star Wars, with the Luke and all of that other crazy shit.
No, I don't give a fuck. Like, the story's a story. Like, how did
it make you feel though?
I liked it. I don't know.
Did you thoroughly enjoy it?
Who, me?
Not all of it, but I mean, most of it.
How did you feel about the game?
I still haven't really played the game.
But you like the concept, you like the story, you like the theme.
I'm not a Jedi dude. Like, if any, I would like to play the Sith. You know what I mean? I'm not like a.
So you want to be the bad guy?
Yeah, I'm not hyped over Jedi shit. That shit to me is whack.
Yo, it's funny because I looked at that shit and they separated the good and the bad by black and white.
Well, the Imperial Inquisitors do wear black uniforms. That's the truth.
I have no idea what that is, Craig.
The woman, the Night Sisters that are stalking you in the Star Wars game, the new one that's out now, they're Inquisitors. and they're trained by Darth Vader, who was in a black suit.
So they're bad people.
Well, they're dark Jedi. They're not. They may not necessarily be bad people. They use the Force differently than a Jedi does.
So they're not light Jedi. They're dark Jedi.
Yeah, they're just dark Jedi. They're dark Force users. Yeah.
Does that make them bad, or like why do they get that dark connotation?
They kill people and shit.
Why? Because they think the Force should be wielded and not something to commune with. So they can wield it, but it causes them a lot of different.
They succumb to their anger and their hate and their base
That's why they have red lightsabers.
That's why Jedis aren't supposed to be banging chicks and shit and having fucking relationships.
Yeah.
So Jedi are superior because they can wield it and they don't.
No, they don't wield it. They commune with it. The Sith wield. The Sith think the Force is something to be controlled. The Force to the Jedi is something it's equal, balanced, light and dark together. So, that's why Rey got a yellow lightsaber at the end of the new Star Wars movie. Spoiler alert. So, because the color yellow, if you take the color green, which is a Jedi guardian, Jedi counselor, and you take the color red, which is a Sith color, that creates the color yellow. But that's also balance. That's why she has a yellow lightsaber. Because what it represented was balance in the Force. So a Skywalker was supposed to bring balance to the Force. So she took the name Skywalker.
Anakin already brought balance to the Force.
So if I was gonna start watching Star Wars, right, where would I start to get a full understanding of what the fuck is going on?
You want to watch it for the way it's written, Darth Vader's redemption. Watch episode 4, 5, and 6. Then go back and watch 1, 2, and 3. If you want to make it more about Luke Skywalker, then watch it in 1 through 6.
Man, I want to play the Knights of the Old Republic so bad, but that game is so janky.
Yeah, and it's in 4.3 format. They lied to me. Halo Storm lied his ass off and said that Xbox had corrected the 4.3 screen. And when I bought Knights of the Old Republic on the Xbox, it was still trash 4.3. I was like, what is this?
But it was leaked. It was leaked that it was fixed.
No, it wasn't fixed. I had it, and that's why I had it, because it was on Game Pass, I think, or maybe it was on something else, and I bought it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play this. I remember playing this, and I'm like, it's still in 4.3. That line sack.
It was rumored. It was rumored to be fixed.
That rumor turned out not to be true. I mean, again, if it's fixed now, fine. Because the person that I share Steam with, shout out to the PC community.
You know for sure that I'm not being serious, though. Like I think that these dudes are absolute morons.
Yeah, if it's fixed, it's fixed. But again, Knights of the Old Republic I thought was a better game. Here's
the thing. I'm gonna tell you the truth, Craig. Mm-hmm. The reason why they didn't fix that is because it would have stretched everything out.
Yeah,
they kept it in that 4.3
trash.
Yeah, they kept it in that shit to maintain the fucking aspect ratio so that it looks presentable, playable.
Yeah, no, you're right. I still don't have to like it though, but no, you're right. And hopefully they fix it. Because I would like to play Grand Theft Auto.
Man, you really think they finna listen? You really think that they gonna go in and fix that? For people who are not even going to buy it?
No, I don't know. Well, us Star Wars fans, we will buy it. If they say, hey, if we got it converted from 4.3 to 16.9, we will go back and buy it.
No, we should have been got a fucking Knights of the Old Republic remaster. That's just a tragedy.
I hope that, didn't BioWare? Yeah, BioWare did that game.
Yeah, BioWare made that. And EA has the Star Wars license, so I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But yet they shut down that Star Wars mod that those dudes were making.
Yeah.
That shit looks so good. You saw that shit, right? I'm talking about. They made that Star Wars mod for Knights of the Old Republic. That shit was so amazing. And then
they had to shut it down.
But yeah, I love Knights of the Old Republic.
Imagine if Disney would have saw that and been like, "Yo, y'all able to make this? Fuck, we fucking these niggas at EA for? Yeah, like, nah, stop it right now, right now. Cease and desist. Cease and desist, bitch.
I mean, one thing about Bethesda is they don't like really step on people making mods for their games, though.
No,
because they come out broken to begin with.
There's mods on Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 and Andromeda on PC. And it's called Nexus mod. Now I don't know how to use it.
Like full conversion mods, though.
Oh, okay. No, that's true. Now they're right about that. You're right about that. But no, but Knights of the Old Republic is But yeah, say if you're going to watch Star Wars, there's a huge mythology to it. I mean, you can. I mean, in theory, you could watch the Clone Wars movie, which is episode 2, and then you would have to watch the Clone Wars, the cartoon. You know, it's like 5 seasons. You know, you have to watch that before you watch episode 3. But I enjoy episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. So, you know,
that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, especially when Anakin turns to the dark side. I love that part.
What y'all watching, chat? What are y'all watching? Yo, have y'all noticed how niggas have just went back to football like none of that shit never happened?
I mean, I play fantasy, bro, so
I never care, bro.
Bruh, like, yo, like, first of all, I don't watch football, so it didn't bother me to begin with, but just to see the change, how niggas went from, oh, I'm boycotting the football to, oh man, my team won. I'm so happy. Yay. I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Like,
they're told to be outraged, and now that they're no longer told to be outraged, they're no longer outraged.
That shit crazy, bro.
No, I mean, to me, no, I don't watch as much NFL football as I used to. I just don't because of all that. Now, some of the playoff stuff, it's on. It's like this ambient light at this point. So. For me, but I don't watch a heck of a whole lot. Somebody's watching Lost in Space. I did not like that. So that woman with the short hair, if you tell me that she gets killed, I'll start watching it. Now, I like the story. I like the story of what, but to me, they should write a story about everything else before they went into space, because that is actually interesting. But yeah, so do like a prequel. You know, matter of fact, maybe I'll write it. You know, so but at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I didn't care for Lost in Space. I thought it was trash. So how you get lost in space? They know where they are. They just can't get back. So Sam Ash is right. Star Wars Rebels is good. So yeah, that is good. And Star Wars Rebels, and then what's the other one? Star Wars Resistance. That is garbage. Garbage. Do not watch that one, Sid. So peace out, Josh. Peace out. Thanks for hanging. So anybody got anything else? Well, it's 7 o'clock. I'm gonna put my wings.
No, I gotta check out Lost in Space too, and I never finished the first one. The first season.
First season. Yeah, I didn't like it. And again, if that woman with the short hair gets killed, I'll start watching it again. So
Doctor?
That woman, the robot started helping her and all that stuff, and she was taking people hostage and to be killed. I mean, she needs to be killed. So they don't know where they are. They got sucked into a worm. Oh, that's new. That is new because in the first season there was no wormhole, and wormholes aren't natural. So who built the wormhole? Did they say that? You know, they were going to Tai Seti. Is where they were going. If you all don't know what Lost in Space, where they were going, probably didn't. They were supposed to be. It was either hold on, wait a minute, Alpha Centauri. They were supposed to be going to Alpha Centauri. So, yeah, that's right, Sid. You got to watch Rogue One too.
I'm about to go to Alpha Centauri. If you get my drift, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we do. What does it take to open up?
If you get my drift,
yeah. What does it take to open up one of those shops? Yeah,
you need a lot.
Go get a license.
That's it.
Yeah,
just the money, like getting a liquor license.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yo, you know what? What's so amazing to me though is all of the people who shun people smoking weed, calling them potheads, dope heads. Those are the same people who rushing out to go get licenses so they can open up little shops to sell weed.
Bro, my mom was just telling me, she was like, "You better move to Florida and get a house before they're about to legalize weed." I'm like, what?
Oh yeah. They definitely about to legalize weed out here.
Yeah.
Well, what I don't. Well, no, they made it illegal. I've said publicly, every black man that got locked up for selling weed needs to be let out.
Exactly.
Muted, and they need to be pardoned. You know, after if you want to leave that stuff on their record for 5 years, fine. But I'm just trying to
nah, fuck that.
Middle. Hold on, Sam Ash said that not Sam Ash. Impatient Fire said that so the wormholes are collapsed stars. That's not what a wormhole is. Wormholes are not natural. A black hole is a collapsed star. Then you all you take science.
On that note, I'm about to jump into this black hole. I'm out.
Black hole.
Black holes are collapsed stars, not wormholes. Wormholes are not natural.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm feeling
like you're saying there's an alien wormhole at the end of season 2. Didn't they just start? Oh, okay, well that's fine. So that means the aliens built the wormhole. But that's fine. I mean, that's fine. That I can follow. You know. Oh, okay. You never said that. Okay. So watch the show. It's damn good. No, I mean, I didn't watch. I tried to watch the show, and I watched it to the end, and they went somewhere, and then that robot said, "Danger, Will Robinson, danger." And I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. You know? And it's a robot, and the kid's getting all emotional. Don't you remember when we were friends and we used to talk? Nah, it's a robot. Come on now. So
I thought the original Lost in Space was fucking mad corny though. So.
All this shit is corny, dog. Let's be honest. Let's be 1000%, bro.
Yeah, so you got to watch that Rogue One too. But you need to watch that after episode 4. Hold on. Watch it after episode 3. You watch
this nigga. I'm out though for real this time.
This nigga say for real. Right, yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here too, man.
All right,
thank you for the invite, bro. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming. All right, guys, we're gonna get on up out of here. Been here for 2.5 hours, and I appreciate everybody in the chat. I don't know if there was one person watching or 150 people watching. Shout out to Sick and Jemiah for coming on, and just go ahead and enjoy CES tomorrow. Hopefully, everybody that is hoping for a PlayStation 5 unveil gets their gift. I don't think you'll get it, but we'll have to wait and see. And just remember, danger, Will Robinson, danger. Peace.